Pickaxe.
5, 4, 3, 2, live me show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 959 of the Video Game Outsiders podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Michelle Madison.
And I, of course, am your John Jacobson.
And I am Ryan Silvestri. Welcome to VGO. What's going on?
Yes, well, a lot of stuff. We have a round table tonight, which we always enjoy doing for the Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales, which, you know, Kevin said is not, or CC Games, as you guys maybe know him. He said it's not selling very well at his store. And I happened to see that it wasn't doing that great on Steam. Well, I'm just saying, we're going to dig into maybe why.
Little tease.
With our round
she's
table,
got her bag of tricks ready. I can already tell.
No, there's no trick.
You just opened it a little teeny tiny bit.
There's no trick.
Yes, you
there's
did.
No bag.
That's what you just did.
It's a
You've
fact.
got tricks in the bag, and you just opened it a little bit, and the little fumes came out right there.
This was information from Kevin. There was no fume.
Okay. You're setting this up.
You can't just blame the woman for everything.
You're setting this up.
Let's sink her, burn her. I'm just relaying information from a reliable game store guy that nobody was really caring about it at the shop. So let's find out if it's worth it. Should you people care? What? Calm down. See, Kevin's there saying he can confirm. I'm just taking it from the source. So yeah, we are giving away a copy though from loaded.com and our Discord on videogameoutsiders.com. So check out loaded.com if you want to save money on games for console and PC. You can save like almost 10, sometimes 15, 20, sometimes $40 for a game. Like if you look on Steam and compare it to loaded.com. So check out loaded.com if you want to win a copy from them in our VGO Discord of Adventures of Elliot. We're giving away a copy right now. Also, Gunnar, as you say, John, sent us some Fallout glasses to give away. So if you want to look cool this summer with some blue light blocking glasses from Gunnar Optics, check that out as well. USA only on that one because, John, you have them and you're going to ship them. We know what happens with the Canadian
Continental
border.
48, please.
That's right. Continental 48 only, please, in our Video Game Outsiders Discord. And while you're down there, check out videogameoutsiders.com. We have a red button you can touch. If you do that, you get the 20-year back catalog, weekly bonus shows. We just did a Prime cast, John, as well as ad-free versions of VGO, all in the player of your choice. So tell them very quickly how they do that, how they support us, how they get the extra weekly bonus shows, John.
That's right. Using your browser of choice.
No, please don't. I shouldn't have even said it because he drags us on. Go to our website.
Go to videogameoutsiders.com. There's a red dripping red premium button. Click it, lick it, slam it. Whatever you need to do, go to the next page and sign up and become a member of Club VGO. Once you're in the club, you will, like Michelle said, unlock our entire back catalog of over 20 years, going on 21 this year in August. Can you believe it? And all the bonus stuff we do every single week. So if you want all the bonus content, we don't just do this show. There's other stuff happening. We just did an emergency podcast.
Yeah, Steam Machine, which we are going to talk about tonight as well.
Yeah.
Kind of the pricing and the fallout going on on the internet right now.
Yeah.
But hearing from some of you guys
glasses.
that they're picking it up, that they want it. Other people are saying it's ridiculous. So we'll talk about that too. But
Very
a lot of
polarizing.
games as well, because I think we all played like a Zelda-like or two. That was something we wanted to do because we are talking about Elliot tonight, which is getting some Zelda mentions, and we'll see how we feel about that. So we all played some Zelda-likes as well.
We did.
Yeah. All right.
So
now?
Go to videogameoutsiders.com, become a member of the club.
Please.
And you can listen on the player of your choice to premium content. So if you do Spotify, if you do Apple Music, it doesn't matter.
All in one feed.
Yep.
It's right there. And also, John, you've been saying if people want to shoot us a rating on Spotify or give us a review on Apple, we don't usually ask. But, you know, when new people find VGO, they kind of get confused about what they're dealing with, John. So it's good when the old school listeners kind of let them know, like, this is what VGO is. There's a lot of yelling. There's a lot of calamity. It is the Jerry Springer of gaming podcasts.
We need to behave like Zoomers, apparently.
Yeah,
and
I don't know what that is, though.
I think
everybody's polite and
courteous.
Calm and,
it's structured like a news anchor type.
Okay.
Everybody has specific things to say in a point form, and it's very chilled.
Okay. You don't speak out of turn. So, John, I believe it's your time. Why don't you go next?
No, you got to understand, when we started this podcast, there were no podcasts, okay? So we're influenced by loud talk radio. I mean, that's the truth.
Right. Hey, that's what
This
VGO
place
is. That's
it's
the
a morning
listeners want.
zoo. That's what's going on here. Okay.
That's what's going on. So if you appreciate it, you can give us a 5-star on Spotify or leave us a review on, I don't know, Apple or wherever else. I don't know what Google does. Google's ruined podcasting with whatever they do. All right. So let's move on. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to cover, I believe.
We do. We have a lot of ground to cover. So, Michelle, I'm very curious to hear about what Zelda-Likes that you played besides Elliot, and we'll do a roundtable after.
Okay.
What's going on over there?
I want to start off by some of the other stuff I played too. So I did play World of Cloudcraft. Now, one guy made an one guy made an MMO in a weekend with Anthropic's currently disabled Fable 5 model. Basically, it's an MMO, and Claude did it with this guy, right? Call it vibe coded, call it whatever you want. I believe he had some coding knowledge, right, to get this going.
Wait, is that what it's called? Vibe coding?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but this is called World of Cloudcraft.
Just prompting.
And it has the Warcraft style fonts and of course World of. I'm worried he's going to get sued because when you go into this game, which plays in the browser, I picked a Warlock. I've got my 3 Warlock specs that are actually the Warlock specs in World of Warcraft, like Affliction, Destruction, whatever. So it's kind of like a 1-to-1 with WoW with some things. But other than that, look, it was kind of impressive because it's got voice acting, it's got leaderboards, you can save builds, it plays in your browser. I mean, the combat wasn't that bad. Like it kind of felt like tab target WoW combat. He's got tons of settings in there. Claude does, I don't know, everything you could want as far as graphic settings and interface scaling and all this stuff. It was kind of well done. I mean, for a weekend with Claude, I don't know, I can't knock this at all. I hope he just changes the name and the font and stuff and maybe tinkers with some of the builds so he doesn't get in trouble, because I personally don't hate AI. I know a lot of people do. I don't hate the tool for developers to use or just to make projects like this, but I think he's got to get in there and change some of the WoW stuff. But yeah.
That's actually crazy. How in-depth it already is and you're able to do. I know we had people talking about it in the Discord recently, and it's I didn't really believe that we were this close to getting full-on games with AI, but it's here. It's going to be happening very shortly.
I mean,
this was just a quick one.
The big concern here, and I've been saying this all along, is that you're going to be able to sit down and just say, make me GTA 6 right now. I want to play it.
Right.
And you can play
make it better. Tailor it to what you like, how exactly you want it, pulling a little bit from this game. For me, if I was to make this game, I'd be let's change the art style. Because I didn't love the art style that they used. I'll say they.
Funko Pops or something.
Yeah, it's kind of Funko Poppy. I didn't love the art style, but if they put a Diablo 2 skin on this or something, I don't know, maybe it would have looked a lot better to me. But look, voice acting, go get the wolves. Hello, traveler. I want you to go collect 10 wolf skins. And I was like, yes, I'm back in the Elven Forest. I was flashing back to my old school WoW days.
Did it really feel like you were playing WoW, that big, the scale, of scale?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not. I didn't get that far.
Crazy.
That's level 9 or something. But yeah, except voice acting. When I first played WoW, and I know, John, you too, there was no voice acting in the quests or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, look, it's a little janky with being a Chromium kind of thing or whatever, but I can't knock it. I think it's creative. I don't know. I kind of like that I could just play this and check it out. I like trying new things, even if it's a silly AI game. And so, yeah, World of Cloudcraft. I know I'll get yelled at in a backlash for bringing up something AI.
This is where we're going, though, Michelle, honestly, because movies and music and games, I'm going to sit down and say, you know what? I'm in the mood for a John Wick movie. Give me one, the next sequel. Right
Sono
now,
V2
for me,
or whatever I messed around with. I made my own The Weeknd album. I made my own but it literally sounded like him. The music was like him, except you can give it lyrics, give it a topic, and I still listen to this album I created because he doesn't have a new album out right now. And I'm like, this is really good. So I don't know, whatever. You're taking identities, you're ripping things off, whatever. It's a creative tool. It's making my life better. So I had a good laugh, at least with World of Cloudcraft. Okay,
bonkers.
So we'll see where we're going with that. And then I also played a game called Witch Spire, not to be confused with Witch Fire, which just had an update. And yes, I will bring up Witch Fire again one day when 1.0 comes out, because I talked about that game a long time ago. But Witch Spire is a little witchy survival craft, and it's kind of cute. There are different witch schools, which are classes that you can choose when you create your character with different witch weapons. Everything you do levels up your character, like old school Elder Scrolls type stuff. There's a big skill tree. You pick a pet, which also has a skill tree. And much like RuneScape Dragon Wilds, survival craft. This also lets you use magic to cut down trees or farm rocks or craft or whatever. So it all feels like it's all under this witch theme, okay? So look, the graphics are a little Fortnite-y. It's kind of bare bones, but I don't hate on this. I think if you, I don't know, you can play with your friends. I played alone because look, this is probably like a girl thing mostly, with being like pretty witches running around or whatever. So if you have like kids or you just play all survival crafts, I wouldn't ignore this one if you like the witch theme. But I'm going to wait till 1.0 because there's just a little like bare bones, but you can get in pretty cheap right now. I think it was like I got to pay $20 because I owned another game. Like Steam does those bundles. I noticed you did that too, John, or like we talk about that. Like you can save money if you already own another game just by buying the bundle. And
right.
So,
yeah,
like, I got a
these
discount.
bundles come out of nowhere too.
Yep.
They just put two games together because they think you'd like it, and you save like a couple bucks.
Right.
Exactly.
But I've never really bought a bundle. I've always got
the other half of the bundle.
I bought the other half before and didn't, and then all of a sudden there's a bundle. I'm like, and they give you credit still.
Yeah,
like,
they team up with different developers. Like I owned Rika, which was another witch game, and it's like, oh, you own this now. You get like $4 off this game if you buy this because you already owned it. So that's just another perk on Steam. Like you end up saving money as you build your library because they have these pre-kitted bundles. So I really enjoyed that. So Witch Spire was pretty cute. I liked it, and I think if you love, like I love wands and witch and magic and all that shit. So
yeah,
but the art,
Link too. I mean, Link does a lot with wands and.
Oh, I'm not tying this to Zelda just yet. Let's talk about
you're
this.
not? Wait.
No.
Oh.
No, let's talk about the Zelda-Likes,
Ryan,
though.
didn't we have instructions for this episode?
Yeah, not
do
every
have a
single
theme.
game we talk about is tied to it, just like yours aren't, John and Ryan's are. My next two or three games are. In fact, I had to cut off so many that I'm not even bringing up some of the ones I tried. So let's get into the Zelda-Likes, okay? I know you had heard, I had also heard that, believe it or not, Darksiders is a Zelda-like. Now, I owned the Darksiders War Mastered Edition, which is, I guess, a 2016 redone version, upgraded visually from the original 2010 game, okay? Now, Darksiders, I don't have a lot of experience with. I didn't like the third one, and I know 4 is coming, and I have my eye on 4. Now, the original one is actually interesting because it's narrated by Illidan, okay? So if you played WoW, and the guy looks like the Lich King, so I'm like, is this WoW? Like, I had no clue. I guess they must have been fans or something. But so people call this a Zelda-like. For me, I felt the combat right away was a bit more hack and slashy God of War-y. Like I could feel that. But I became a believer once I got into the first dungeon. So the game starts off like the original Darksiders here, where you're sort of in the street fighting like big demons, and you feel, like I said, to me, I'm feeling God of War, okay? I'm not feeling Zelda, especially with the theme of it. It's very hack and slashy. You're going through portals in the ground. Finally, I pushed through and I got to something called the Twilight Cathedral. And this is where I felt some of that like Zelda dungeon-y kind of stuff going on. I thought it was pretty cool. But I wish that for the visually upgraded version, it was just a little bit better. It's still a little bit rough. If you don't mind retro stuff and you've never looked at Darksiders War Master Edition, I don't know, it's kind of a cool game that I don't often hear about. But it's kind of a special game. Like there's something really cool about it.
There was a listener a long time ago.
Okay.
Kept telling me I had to play Darksiders. It's like, if you like Zelda, you got to play Darksiders. And I finally did play it, but that's like 15 years ago, Michelle.
Yeah, like I said, this War Mastered Edition is 2016 from the original 2010.
I think I played 2. I want to say I played 2.
Yeah, 1 and I think I played 1 and 2. I hated 3, but I'm curious about 4. So this just came to PS5, the War Mastered Edition for Darksiders, so it's kind of good timing. And for PS5 right now as well, it's been out for PC for years, but on PS5 it has upgraded visuals, 4K resolution at 60, a photo mode, DualSense controller support. So if you don't mind retro, I'll call them retro, crunchy kind of PS2 era graphics. I mean, it's probably not even that bad. 3, yeah. And you like that God of War hacky slashy combat, but with Zelda dungeons, I think Darksiders is pretty cool. But for me, it wasn't the Zelda-ness I wanted. I wanted it to look more like Zelda, so I kept searching. And I came across a game that a lot of people bring up that I had tried in the past, but I've heard it's gone through a lot of changes, and it's called Cloudheim. Now, if you guys probably remember, I did bring up the demo like years ago, but this is a game that I feel has so much potential, but it's fallen to the live service chain where it's just become too bloated, too much going on, but the bones of it are actually really good. So it's kind of Zelda-ish looking a bit like I don't know, like maybe like Hyrule Warriors style, especially with the combat. But there are classes, there's crafting, there's building, you can open a shop, there's open map mode for the game, then there's a roguelike mode for the game. I want them to like tone this game down a little, just do like a solo adventure style Zelda game with this engine and these characters and like the added, because Zelda isn't an RPG. This is like you have talents, you have classes, and I would really would love if Zelda went more in the RPG direction for the next one. Like that would really make me happy if kind of Link could have different
talents,
specs or talents to go into, or just some identity. And that's kind of what this felt like. But I want it to be more of a walled garden. I want it to just not feel so live servicey and just so much going on. Like you feel like you're logging into this bullshit and there's just go here, go there. Like if they took this and they gave you an adventure game with towers and all this other shit like Zelda gave you, this was actually pretty fun. There is a demo. It kind of will scratch the Zelda itch, I think, but I think it's just fallen prey to bloat. Like there's just too much happening. But if you enjoy like the Hyrule Warrior style, just like kill mobs, like it definitely, the combat feels like that with the other like older Hyrule Warriors games that I've played. So yeah, I tried some other little things that maybe I'll bring up on a bonus show this week because I know I've been going long. But quickly, not a Zelda-like, but I'm still playing Path of Exile 2. I just started Tier 15 maps, and the redone endgame, I'm finally like there going through it is so much better. I just did like the whole Dreamer quest line with the hive tree that they added where you can give gifts and get stuff, and I'm just having a really good time with it. My build is super awesome. So it's going to be hard to beat this next time around for Path of Exile 2, but I'm glad to finally be into the end game and seeing like all the new stuff they added. So yeah, like that's the only game I kind of like want to play right now. And on the Switch 2 update, I haven't touched it in a week. So I don't think I will be until Dustbloods.
Boop. Did Michelle
is this a song?
Do with her switch?
Nothing. I'm so I didn't do anything with it. So we'll see if this Dustblood play test comes soon, so I can do something with it.
Really?
Yeah.
With her switch.
All right, that's all. I'm just drinking water. I did play The Adventures of Elliot, which I'm very excited to talk about with you guys. I have some thoughts.
Oh, really?
Yes. What?
Yeah.
No tricks. No.
No tricks.
What tricks? Why do you always think I have a trick?
Because the fumes were coming out of the bag earlier.
I gave you information from our lovable game store guy, Kevin, okay?
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous, Michelle. You're never really excited to talk about something. So.
Sure I am. I love roundtables. I think it's good to get different perspectives. John, please, that's horrible. That's really horrible. Please. Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
You didn't do anything? Nothing. You didn't look at the Switch. You didn't touch the Switch.
No.
You didn't go and book a Pia. You didn't.
Should have played Adventures of Elliot on it.
I did.
I got it on Steam.
Yeah, me too.
And I have the ultra wide mod. Thank you, Uter. Shout out. I saw that in my thing. I'm like, got it right away. Looks super good on ultra wide because that was bothering me. All right, John, what'd you do over there?
Well, all right, I want to talk about a couple games before we get to the Elliot.
All right. I mean, that is what you're supposed to do.
So, I played a game that takes place in Japan, like a lot of, Zelda stuff.
This sounds like a stretch.
What?
This sounds like a stretch.
This is a very vibrant, colorful world.
Okay.
Cell shaded a little bit.
You want us to guess the name?
Sure, go ahead.
No, let's just have John jump in. Let's just let him jump in and tell us about a game.
And some would call this an adventure game. There's definitely quests involved. Zelda, of course, is one of the top adventure games. There's a lot of adventure in this. I'll tell you that. There's quests, some fetch, some delivery. Now, in this game, you are.
Do you want to guess the name, maybe? So
a dog, maybe, or a raccoon. Some would call it a tanuki.
Okay.
Which, of course, we're all familiar from the Mario universe, but it's also based on Japanese folklore.
Us the name, or you see, when I start my reviews, I say I played this. And
this
then
tanuki, this little dog, raccoon dog. The thing about him that's special about this game is that he rides a BMX bike.
This doesn't sound Zelda-like.
It's called Tanuki Ponds Summer.
What?
Tanuki Pond Summer.
Okay.
And this game's fantastic. It is what it is
is
like
John game.
What?
This is such a fucking John game.
So this game has not been released, but there is a very lengthy early access. It's a demo, but the fucking demo I never even got to the end of the demo. I played well over 2 hours. The thing just fucking keeps going and going and going. And basically what it is, Michelle, is that you are a raccoon dog, a tanuki in this vibrant world, and you're basically been tasked with restoring this kind of shrine in this town.
Right.
And you need to restore it by making some money and doing some odd jobs in town. Usually involving your BMX bike, not mandatory. At the same time, there are ramps everywhere and little gaps to find. You could do tricks. You could do, 180s in the air or 360s. You can do all kinds of things that you might find in a Dave Mirra freestyle BMX game from the year 2010.
You just unzelded Zelda.
What?
Zelda
What do you
can't
mean?
have a BMX. I don't know.
Well, sure, you could build one.
Okay.
Tears of the
He's
Kingdom.
got the bike in Breath of the Wild. So.
He does.
Right,
That's true.
That's true. He has vehicles.
Yeah.
All right. So you like this. This is a definite John game.
Well, I tell you what, it's very chill. It gives me kind of Gator game vibes a little bit at times. I really did like that game.
Yeah.
What was that exact name of that? Gator?
Little Gator game.
Little Gator. Yeah, Little Gator. Like, it has that kind of like summer chill. Like, I just kind of got lost into it on the deck over the weekend, and I like it's such a silly game. Basically, I had to get a job at the post office to make money. I have to check in there every day, okay? And there's a bunch of packages to deliver throughout the town, and there's shortcuts, and maybe some of them are time sensitive. You have a little bag that you fill with the packages. It's kind of like a Tetris thing, like backpack battles, Michelle, where you're trying to putting all the packages in your bag, and you go out there and you meet people that have problems.
Now, people are animals.
People are animals.
People or animals, both?
People
There's people.
or animals, yeah.
Oh, really?
Like, I met a sumo guy that, I was delivering a package to him, and he was he was a big sumo guy back in the day.
Yeah.
And now he's got just this local sumo spot in this small town. And the package I was delivering were VHS highlights of his best of.
So he's conceited, too.
Yeah, well, when he was really good, he wanted to get these tapes to make him feel good so he could see, when he was in his prime, And then I met this photographer woman, and she was really frustrated because she's getting judged online by her photos.
Okay.
And she posts a photo and
what kind of photos? Like
just wildlife and just scenery. And she's like, people leave comments, and I just
you put yourself out there, and
I delivered a tripod to her, which gave her hope that she could maybe take some better photos.
This game is very sad. All these people are miserable.
Yeah, but then she wanted to take photos of me on my BMX bike doing tricks, and then she's like, I don't really.
Said, come on over.
Well, she then looked at the photos and she said these. I failed. These are not good photos. I thought I was going to be a lot better. Yeah. And then she's like, you know what? Do you have a camera? Do you have one?
And she walked into the Hudson.
And then she said to me, I'm going to give you a camera, and maybe you can go around the island and just trying to find some good photos of these statues.
And she's going to steal your work and say it's hers?
It's possible, yeah. So that's going on. I woke up one morning, and there was an old man. He wanted me to ride him to the post office, and then now I got to go find him on some shrine.
That's dangerous.
Well, he had a little cart that went on the back of my bike, and then he was kind of like precious cargo.
This doesn't sound like Zelda. All right, what else did you do?
Honestly, like, jokes aside, the game actually doesn't look too bad. It does look like a John game, but it does look decent. It's a game.
It does look decent. It looks a lot more pro than Little Gator. There's a lot of Animal Crossing going on here, especially with the voices.
You like brain dead games.
I do like brain dead games. There's no doubt about it. And this is what
you definitely do.
Yeah, this is very Animal Crossing-ish with a BMX bike in a way.
Okay, and depressed people.
It's a relationship management game. You're trying to rebuild things. You're trying to make money. You're trying to satisfy these depressed people who are getting these packages for a reason, Michelle.
Right. They're just
unlike
buying.
you just getting like some fucking shit from Amazon. These
every
people
day, every day something's coming from
They're ordering
Amazon,
things that are going to benefit their life, and I'm the one delivering it. Okay.
I see. So you're like my delivery guy. He's like this.
Yeah, and I have to say that this little raccoon guy is pretty fucking cute. He's got a little postal hat on.
This is a more in-depth review you've given this game than Claire Obscure, John. So I'm happy. What else did you play?
I'm totally fine with that woke shit. All right.
How is it woke?
All right. Let's move on.
Sense.
Yeah, it does. Everyone knows. Okay.
Okay.
So, all right, I played another game called Dark Scrolls.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw
you played.
This one.
Okay, nice.
You played this?
This is Devolver.
No, I've been looking at it.
Okay, now Ryan, I really want to talk to you about this game.
Okay.
Okay.
It's in my cart actually right
well,
now.
hang on a second,
Ooh,
Ryan.
people don't like it.
Wait a second, Ryan. Michelle, please don't pull the bag out, okay? Put the fucking bag
shit.
away.
I just it's part of the conversation. People hate it. It's got 3 stars.
Now, Ryan, listen.
Yep.
This is probably a game for you, okay? It's a side-scrolling roguelike beat 'em up shmup type game.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to say bullet hell, but you would, okay? At times. Some of the bosses.
It doesn't look bullet hell.
The bosses.
Okay.
But not really, but kind of. We'll get to that. Okay, so this is a co-op game. You can play with up to 3 people online, and I don't know about local, but I didn't do that. I played it solo, okay? And it reminds me a little bit of Capcom style or Ghosts and Goblins or Mega Man, kind of all meshed up. But it's an auto-scrolling game. Okay, you have to basically just keep up with the level as it's scrolling.
I see.
Okay, and you can get trapped behind walls and shit, and you're just done. Your run's over. Okay, and so as you're killing the enemies, they're dropping coins, and then at the end of your run, when you die, if you have your coin bucket keeps growing, and I think if you get 100 coins, you get 1 gem, and then those gems are used to unlock permanent upgrades in the store when you start the game. Right.
Okay.
Permanent buffs.
So you start from this beginning every time.
You do. But the levels are randomly generated. They're never the same. Which is interesting.
Sounds great.
But they look the same, they feel the same, but they're not the same. Okay.
Yeah, they're not. The layout isn't the same.
It's not the same. Like, because I noticed, like, on one run there was a chest up high between bricks you had to break. Next run it wasn't there, and the next run it was totally different. So it's all the same assets on every run. They just move them around. Okay. And then as you're going on, you're basically side scrolling, killing enemies, dodging things. You have health bar, obviously. You have a star gauge which I don't fully understand because mine was always at 5, but if you get hurt, I think it goes down. And that the star gauge is actually related to the power-ups that you get along the way. So like in the middle of the level, there's an item shop. You talk to the guy and you can spend your coins you earned, and then you get, rogue, temporary upgrades for that, run, but you have to assign them to the star. So if you have 5-star rating, then that ability is current. If you have a 4-star rating, you can assign it to that. So you have based on your star rating for the level, you have each ability for each one. So basically you have 5 slots. Okay.
So why do people hate it?
Okay. So hang on. So I played it first few times by myself. Obviously by myself. The first few times without
it
thinking.
has co-op.
Yeah, it does have co-op. I did not play by myself. Wait, I only played by myself.
Oh my God.
What I'm trying to say is I played the first couple times straight. Okay?
Then went gay when you played the other one's gay?
No. I played it the way... And by the way, there's 3 characters to choose from. You can unlock more, but initially you have a barbarian dude who has a arcing axe that he throws, and then also a ground pound, and then there's like a little thief type guy that has a throwing dagger, and then he also has a jump dagger down move, and then there's a little ghostly guy that shoots these orbs out of his body.
I see a mouse, a dog.
Yeah, there's other ones you can unlock later with those gems. Okay, now let me tell you what happened with this game. Okay. First few times I played it straight, Michelle. Okay.
Yes, then you went gay. We know.
And I played it, I think, the way I was supposed to play it. I started trying all the characters. I was dying. I'm like, I kind of hate this game.
Oh.
Then I went back to
perfect for you.
And then I got to the first boss. I died. And I'm like, And then I tried I'm like, I'm going back to the barbarian. I always got this ground pound.
Right.
Okay, I'm just going to use the ground pound more. And then there's a little thing on the bottom that says, kill 100 enemies with ground pound. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go for that. Okay, that's a little objective for me.
A little objective, yeah.
Yeah, so I started doing the ground pound nonstop. And then I just kept doing it. And I kept doing it. And that was my only attack. I'm like, I'm only doing the ground pound because I'm trying to get 100. Right. And I just kept doing it and doing it. I forgot the axe even existed. I'm ground pounding. I'm ground pounding. I'm ground pounding. I'm ground pounding. Yeah. I'm leaping off enemies. I'm going high in the sky. I'm coming down at everybody. Ground pound, ground pound, ground pound. I get to the middle. I get to the first boss. Oh, I'm going to jump on his head. Ground pound, ground pound, ground pound, ground pound, ground pound, ground pound. I beat the first fucking boss. I'm like, all right, this is great. All right, next level, ground pound. All right, I'm ground pounding. I get to the middle. I'm buying upgrades. All right, now I've got ground pound with explosion. Now I'm ground pound explode. I get to the second boss. I'm going to jump on him with my ground pound.
Imagine co-op with Matt McCarthy. You're both
I beat the second boss. I'm like, all right, this is it.
No way.
Ground pound. I get to the third level. All right, ground pound. I get to the third boss. You know what? Let's fucking do it. Ground pound in his head. Ground pound.
Right.
So you beat it. I beat the
third.
Try
I beat the third boss. Okay. Now I'm at the fucking last boss in the game, as far as I can tell by the map.
What the hell? You cheesed your way through this broken thing they didn't test.
So I get to the final boss, which is 3 dragons. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck it, let's go. Ground pound. I jump from, and here's what happened. Okay, there's 3 heads floating around. I'm ground pounding from each head, all going all over the place. Ground pound. But my health start going down. I'm like, oh fuck.
Uh-oh.
But there's other enemies. They're dropping hearts all the way on the bottom. I'm like, oh fuck. I gotta stop ground pounding for a little bit to heal. And then I died. I got the final boss down to like 10% health.
Would the game have been over with nothing left to do if you beat him?
I don't know because
there's got to be some sort of meta progression, right?
Well, here's the thing, Ryan.
To get you to go back in multiple times.
Yes.
Yeah.
So along the way, there was a bridge troll that wanted me to pay a toll. I didn't have enough, and if I had enough, it would have been a totally different path on the map.
Yeah, you detour and then you come back to the main route probably later.
So that was one thing. There was a door that needed a dark scroll to open, which I did not have. Okay, so next time I might have it, or whatever. But I'm going to tell you this, Ryan. I don't want to play this ever again.
What about if you were playing with a friend and you were both working together?
The reason I haven't picked it up is because I started reading reviews and it said this game has potential, but it's very unbalanced. And that clearly shows with what you said. It's either extremely difficult or very easy.
If you play it straight, like I did the first time, you're going to want to have all 3 people there, okay?
Right.
If you do the ground pound cheese, don't worry about it, buddy. You got it. You got it made.
Sure.
What?
But that'll get patched out.
Ground pound.
Don't worry about it. Ground pound your fucking way all the way to the end. That's it.
So what kind of meta progression is in this? Like, did you unlock anything back at your home base
did,
or your menu or whatever it is?
I'm going to tell you that everything I paid for in the store in the middle of the round buffs were very underwhelming and not impressive. Like I got this explosion ground pound, which I thought was perfect, and it was just like some little dust came up, and I didn't feel like I was more powerful. Like it wasn't.
Are those early? Like you think those are early game upgrades? Or
possibly. And then I did a 1 diamond upgrade, and I think it was possibly 10% faster movement or something.
Well,
anything that's like plus 2%. This isn't exciting. It just feels like you're kind of.
But Ryan, here's the thing: in the permanent meta progression store, whatever, with the buffs.
Yeah.
So they had like 1 item that was like 1 gem, which I bought, and then the rest of them were 100 to 200.
Oh wow!
And you're right now I probably have like maybe 15 gems after getting to the end of the game.
That's not the end of the
so
game.
that
was like the tutorial area, probably.
No, I got to the end.
No, because traditionally with these games, you go start to finish over and over again. That's the whole thing.
I got to the fucking end of the map. I got to the castle.
Detour,
I mean, this game's like $8. I don't know. People are mixed. It's divisive. Some people are going, "You guys are crazy.
Divisive.
This is awesome. It's brilliant."
But it's also it's a Devolver game, and there's not very many reviews, at least on Steam. I think it's only on Steam as far as I can tell.
I think it's maybe Switch and Steam. Yeah,
maybe Switch.
It is Switch. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
I know. I mean, listen. According to the map, I got to the end of that shit. So a lot of the enemies are clearly lifted right out of Zelda. Like on the second world, there's like these octopus guys that are very reminiscent of the NES Zelda.
Right.
The Octo Rock,
of course.
Whatever they're
Ground pound
fucking
is one
called.
of Link's signature moves. Yeah.
Well, the Octo Rocks are in this. Were they called Octo Rocks, Ryan? I think, right? Octo Rock.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of Octo Rocks in this.
Great.
I don't know. I mean, listen, the pixel art's pretty tight. I think, Ryan, you would like this, but the fucking...
Yeah, it kind of has that Mina vibe to it, but side-scrolling.
Yeah.
The Mina the Hollower look.
Yeah. All right, and I'm drinking a Blue Chill Super Light.
Wait, what was the Zelda like you said you played that would have bothered me? You told me the other day.
Yeah, the Tanuki game.
I thought you just played today. Tanuki.
No, I played that yesterday. I played it over the weekend.
Yeah, I don't know, John. You didn't really bring a Zelda-like.
What are you talking about? A fucking Japanese dog?
All right, Ryan, what'd you do over there?
Trying to save his village?
Yeah. I guess Mecha Chameleon is a Zelda-like too, Ryan, right?
Right. No. Okay, so on that topic, I got in at ground zero with this game. I saw it a few weeks back. I was like, this looks awesome. I don't usually choose friend slop games. Like the last one I played was Repo. Mm-hmm. They just stopped being fun. Like Lethal Company was fun the first time, all that stuff. And I didn't think I could convince my friends to play it. And I saw this game. It's called Mecha Chameleon. It's a hide and seek based game. You're this little stick figure and you're just in these jank rooms filled with items and objects and different paint on the walls, different textures everywhere. And your objective is to paint yourself and blend in with the environment. And you can play a variety of different game modes like hide and seek, 3v3 or like team-based stuff, like two teams.
Yeah, this is Call of Duty Prop Hunt.
No,
right?
In Prop Hunt, do you paint yourself to blend?
No, Prop Hunt,
it's the same idea.
You're an inanimate object.
It's the same exact idea.
No, this is unique with the painting. This is the painting though that makes this cool. Like if you're
I've seen a bunch
of blend in.
Now, Ryan, I did buy this game I was going to talk about this game last week, and I still haven't played it. I bought it.
7 million copies in weeks by one Japanese indie dev. 7 million.
So we were playing last week. I was like, screw it. A couple of my friends ended up agreeing and buying. I said, trust me on this one. We're in at the bottom. Just wait. And then I bought a couple of them a copy, and we had like 8 people in this lobby. It was the funniest shit I have played in so long. It is so much fun. You can change like the art style. They had like 5 maps on launch, but they have a whole Steam Workshop available for mods and maps. People
you can go to Monet map where you're doing like impressionist dot art and like
so there's filters you can run on every map. One's like black and white, which is impossible to find. And then there's like a mosaic, they call it. Mosaic mode, which is like pixelated, which is the one we choose to play often because we're not really good at art, but the pixels help you blend in more. And holy crap, it's so fun. So one person, we played Infection most of the time. One person is hunting. As soon as they find someone else, they both are hunting.
Right.
And until you get all the people.
Yeah, proper.
And like, you have a shotgun.
I don't think
it is
prop
so
hunt, if this wasn't
fun.
painted, John,
I'm reading literally on Steam. This is literally Prop Hunt for artists.
Right, it would have been popular.
Yeah, it's hide and seek. It's hide and seek with painting.
It's Prop Hunt for
camouflage.
It's artistic
but if people
prop hunt.
just said I'm a broom and turned into a broom, nobody would play this. The guy came up with something creative with painting to blend in with environments.
I know, but
chanting
Ryan,
prop
plenty of prop hunt.
It is. Everyone's saying anyone that knows games knows that it's a prop hunt game.
Right. To me, it's a painting
not a prop,
game.
Though.
No, you're not a prop. You're painting the environment to blend in. That's what.
Like I guess you're painting yourself to look like a prop. Like you look like a sack of meat.
It's prop.
Well, you can paint yourself just to blend in with a brick wall, and you're putting lines on.
Polygon, like Prop Hunt with more artistic talent.
And what I'm saying, if it was just Prop Hunt, nobody would have. It wouldn't have sold 7 million copies. The guy did something creative
here. I agree with you, Michelle. Yeah.
I know. No, well, that's why I bought it. Okay, I agree with you, but I knew what it was right away.
So much fun.
But Ryan, so I watched a lot of people stream this, like clips. I didn't watch him stream it. I kept seeing clips of it.
It blew up so fast. So after the week that we started playing. Literally that weekend, it blew up. It just went nuclear. Everybody has it. Now they've sold 7 million copies. But there's a ton of customization to the lobbies. So every 30, if you're in like a really good spot, you whistle and they can kind of navigate towards an area where they think you're in. Yeah, exactly like that. But there's tons of different things you can change about the game modes and stuff. It's very just fun, friendly, shit-talking game. It's well worth the $5.
Does the 3D aspect, that's the only thing that I thought would give you away that you're three-dimensional on a 2D thing?
Yeah, absolutely. You got to incorporate that into your hiding spot. Some of the stuff allows you to blend in, but if you're too far into an object, you'll be flashing red and you can't, like you can stand there, but they'll find you right away. So you have to be like a certain amount of, like 85% of your body has to be outside of the object kind of thing. And with the workshop available in Steam, it's so easy. Like they've incorporated it where if somebody has the map and you don't, right before you load into the game, it'll just download the map for you. You jump in and you go. Like they've seamlessly integrated the Steam Workshop, which is going to keep this game alive. And yeah, honestly, $4 or $5, depending on where you are, get your friends, pay $25, get all your friends the game and play. Because it's even for $25, if you're buying all the copies, it's 100% worth it.
Yeah, it looks fun. I should probably try this with people.
Yeah, John, you should play. We should play. We should play on VGO. That'd be freaking hilarious.
Yeah, get a VGO room going or something. Yeah, it looks fun. I like painting and just like whenever we do like silly Pictionary, like browser games and stuff, it's always fun. And I can see that element too because you're kind of seeing what people did, like a know Jack game or something.
You play, even if you play like 2 sessions, a couple hours each, you get your money's worth. Like it's a ton of fun. Now, you guys all know me. I loved Splitgate when it first came out, the original one. I had a blast with it. I played it a ton. And this developer, they released Splitgate 2, was that last year? When it flopped hard and there's the whole controversy.
The portals and all that,
Yeah. So the portals is kind of what keeps the layman, like the casual player, away because the sweats go absolutely crazy with those. And there's a ton of people that are really good at Splitgate. It kind of keeps the skill gap very large. Like there's either really, really good players or you're really just playing a shooter and people are portaling around you. So these devs came out and released a game called Impulse. It comes out today, I believe, the full version, or tomorrow. I played the demo. It is your run-of-the-mill shooter, but it's closer to Titanfall 2, they're trying to say. I'd say it's just a reskin Splitgate without the portals.
Right.
The thing I liked the most about the original Splitgate was how snappy and fluid like the movement and the shooting is. And that carries over to this game infinitely. Like it's very snappy. The shooting is awesome. The movement is very fast-paced. I feel like the latency, like the bullet response time and everything, like from shooting to impact is very precise. And I just love the way these devs have made their shooters, and it shows in this game. This game is very fun. It's a run of the mill. Like we get a ton of, there's a dime a dozen when it comes to shooters.
Just a run and gun quick shooter, third person shooter, first person shooter. I don't know if you mentioned.
I can't even remember. It's first person. Yeah.
First person. There's like a paint thing. But there's a demo.
So there are 2 things that kind of make it unique. One is the paint, like you're saying. So your grenades are essentially a paint can. You can either get a speed paint, so it makes you faster when you walk through it. Mm-hmm. One that makes you jump higher. There's heal paint, explosive paint, and sticky paint.
Splatoon?
That slows you down. Pardon me? Yeah, pretty much Splatoon. So you throw these grenades at the ground. They stay on the ground for X amount of time, and you run through them. There's wall running, and you have a grapple hook in your pocket at all times.
And just to be clear, guys in the chat that are confused, it's called Impulse.
Impulse.
Yeah, there's a demo came out today or tomorrow, the new, like the full version.
Don't speak Canadian.
Yeah, they don't understand your accent, but they can somehow understand John and I with our.
So, other than the paint stuff, there are 2 mechs that kind of spawn.
Now, when I Google this is a wheelchair company.
EMPULSE.
EMPULSE. Yeah, they make a whole line of wheelchairs and scooters.
Right. And no wheelchairs in this game.
Are you sure?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if I was Impulse, I would be a little upset here because.
Yeah, but search Impulse game.
Just like you would with I just searched Impulse and it seems to be
That's kind of bad if the first result for your game is a wheelchair.
Honestly, they make some pretty good wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Sunrise Medical is one of the big online retailers for Impulse. Also, MedMart. The Impulse R20 Power Assist wheelchair.
Sounds like a great wheelchair.
$2,400 right now. Right. Oh, 1 review, Michelle.
Well, that's probably fake. It's the guy's mom.
One star, though. What do you think they have to say about this?
I think somebody probably fell in the wheelchair.
Somebody got hurt, yeah.
Let's see.
They rolled over their own foot.
Send it to me, and I will rate it.
What? Maybe they should sponsor the show. I could use
this. So this guy, Danny, wrote a review on MedMart's website.
Okay.
And simply says 1 star, send it to me, and then I will rate it. He's holding them hostage, right?
That's a guy with no legs I believe in.
He's holding them hostage. Sure. He's saying, if you don't let me review this, I'm going to keep review bombing your site with 1 star.
You give me 1, then I'll review it properly. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Danny, I believe in you.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
So there's a couple things that kind of make it unique.
Now they're saying, Danny, we're sorry you haven't received it yet. Oh, that's what he's saying.
So extortion works in wheelchair companies.
No, he hasn't. So he did order the R20, okay? Right. And he hasn't gotten it yet.
Thanks for keeping us abreast of the situation. All right, the other unique thing
I think we need to check up on this with Danny. If we can get Danny on the show to talk about
if you're
this,
listening, please let us know. Or if you own an M-Pulse wheelchair, we'd love to talk to you.
I think it'd be a lot more interesting than this bullshit game he's talking about right now. So,
no, that's what I'm trying to say here is I want it's not going to do well, and just in today's gaming world, it is not going to do well, and that sucks because it's a really good game. Now, I was going on a thing where it has some uniqueness to it. So alongside the paint grenades, it's got their standard loadout system, the exact same one that they had in Splitgate, but they have these 2 mechs that spawn on either side of the map, one for each team. And after a certain amount of time, you can load up into these giant mechs and you can kill people, you can capture objectives, you can defend your objectives with them, and you can shoot them as a player, but they're pretty strong. So you kind of want to fight mech versus mech. That's kind of what they're trying to lead you towards.
It's too much. You don't need mechs with paint. I'm confused.
There's only 2 though. There's only 2.
I don't like it.
Only 2 on the map all the time.
Maybe. Are you painting
the mechs?
It's
very Black Ops 3, wall running, wall jumping, grappling, that kind of thing. Right. But I love the shooting, and I loved it in Splitgate. I love it here. I know it's not going to take off just because of how gaming is today.
Well, make it free and sell wheelchairs.
Yeah, I think that's where they're going. I think it is free, unlike Splitgate 2, where they tried to charge you all this money and then charge you for cosmetics. This would be a perfect free game, and I think it honestly could find a niche, especially with those old Splitgate players that don't.
Good luck, M-Pulse, the wheelchair company, and the game. What about for yourself?
And Danny, let's talk. Let's take a minute here to talk about Danny. Danny, I hope you got the wheelchair by now and you give them a decent review. I know
Danny's
you're waiting.
Gonna hold us hostage. She's going to say, I'll give you a 5-star review, VGO, if you let me come on the show. So let's not give Danny any ideas, this motherfucker. All right. What else, Ryan?
All right. My Zelda-like game that I played, other than Elliot, came out in 2018. It's called Crosscode. Yep. I know it's a big hit. A lot of people really like this game. I've never played it, but I've always wanted to play it. I picked it up. And right away, this game is awesome. Other than the fact that they talk about balls a lot, because you throw a lot of balls. That's your weapon. Your main weapon is balls, and you're throwing balls to connect puzzles, to activate podiums, to lift up platforms and stuff like that. So it's that kind of Zelda-like. You're going through dungeons, you're shooting. It's very seamless. It runs very well on all my mobile devices. Runs very well on PC. I love the art style to this. The story is basically like Sword Art Online. Like you have an avatar that someone's controlling. You are the avatar in this case, and someone's controlling you, talking over your shoulder. And you go into the world of the MMO. You start off in the starting area. You do a really long tutorial with the game, and then you get sent to the starting area, and you're trying to basically. You're trying to win. You're trying to level up. You're trying to get to the end. There is an objective that I'm not too familiar with yet, but I'm only 5-6 hours
I played this a long
game.
time ago, and I remember that long intro. I remember that's good advice to push through the long intro on this, because I remember it kind of changes, and the combat felt pretty good. I remember that much too.
Yeah, I sat down to play it 3 or 4 times, and I was like, "Oh, this intro's not over yet." But it's a really good tutorial. It really shows you what you can do with the abilities they give you. You have a melee, you have your balls, you have a dash. And there's no jumping, no jumping manually. It auto jumps for you. So the puzzles are set up in such a way where you won't be able to progress unless you use your abilities to open up a hole or open up a certain wall and stuff like that. Really cool game. I'm definitely going to finish this. It's just going to be on my background all the time. Whether it's on the Thor or the Steam Deck, just a nice couch game going in the background. Really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the problem, John?
I'm drinking.
No, I'm just looking than your stuff.
Well, the thing is, I'm looking. We talked about this on episode 640, which
I played it. I just said that.
It was years ago.
But apparently, I gave it to you.
Yes, because I won one of our competitions where you were the game. Remember
so I don't know why I bought you that, but apparently I did.
Why do you always have to buy me games? Let's think. Because John and I do a competition usually once a year where we predict the winners. Right? Where we predict the winners of the game
Well, I must have
awards.
picked that game up. But so now listen though, this is eerie. Okay.
Why?
So in January 8th of 2020 is when I bought that.
Wow.
What happens right after that?
So for those that are interested,
the world collapsed literally 2 weeks after that.
So maybe that's why this became so popular. A lot of people were at home looking for a game to play.
No, this was January 8th though. I was in New York City, I think then,
Ground Zero.
Thanks for the history lesson.
Well, I mean, I just can't help but think about that because I remember I came back from New York. I had a fever.
Sea of Stars is a sequel to Crosscode.
No, is it?
Crosscode?
Yeah.
I really like Sea of Stars, so it makes sense if it is because I like this, and they are pretty similar. But if you haven't played,
one's turn-based and one's real-time combat.
There is a
though.
demo on Steam.
Okay.
I think I knew.
Available.
I think Sea of Stars is related.
That's
to
interesting.
That's crazy.
I really enjoyed both, but yeah, Michelle, you're right. Sea of Stars is turn-based.
They changed the combat.
But
style.
it has the open, the overworld puzzle stuff.
Okay.
Very similar to this game, so I can see where they kind of
people love
adapted.
Crosscode. I don't often hear it's still there's not tons of reviews. I don't know how popular it was.
No,
the people who play it always have love for it. So
yeah, exactly.
definitely check it out.
So I'm drinking a beer from Jasper, Alberta called Crisp Pills, like crispy Pilsner, but like short form. Very good. Actually, very good beer. I like it.
Yeah, I like crisp pills too, but I gotta quit popping that shit.
You do.
Yeah,
You're
no
playing,
more pills, John.
No more
Not
playing
before the show.
Tanuki games.
What? With the
Yeah.
All right, this is it.
Yes.
I'm actually excited, nervous,
Are you?
scared,
Wait, why
all
are you
those
excited?
things.
When you're excited,
So many feelings.
It's bad.
No.
Mixed emotions. Is
Well,
what you're saying.
I didn't say any of those things. I said I'm
You
excited.
said excited and scared. That's anxiety, John. We got to work through. It's just a game
Excited,
review.
scared, nervous.
John's
know.
anticipating. My
I know
loaded
that
opinion.
I got listen, Michelle. I know you're sitting over there with that bag. Okay,
A fucking bag.
it's on the. It's below your chair. It's got a little knot, a little bow in it, and you're
think I
gonna
have
undo
some big
the string.
take on this game?
I think you do. I think
I
that
can tell you my opinion in about a minute.
No,
That's what I'm
don't
good
go.
at. I'll tell you
do
right
not
now.
go
You
to the
guys-
finish line.
I got an idea.
Right
Let
now.
me just give you what I want to say, then you guys talk
don't
about
say.
it.
You always go to the fucking finish line.
Why?
Stop
because
it.
it's there. Let's just go.
No,
Let's just go.
No. Michelle, listen to me.
All right, so the
We're
Adventures of
edging into
Elliot, the
this shit.
Millennium
Now, don't-
Tales from Square Enix, okay? With Octopath-style looks, but maybe not
now,
gameplay. We'll talk about that too.
Okay, yeah. Obviously, what the big deal here is the real-time Zelda-like combat, okay?
Yeah.
Opposed to the turn-based style combat in the other games.
Of course. And
of the
more
similar
RPG elements for your specific character. Your one story of this one character going through different time. Now, do we want to set a table up here?
Michelle, this is a round table. We have rules, and we're going to adhere.
So I think it's a magicite table. It's like a gem. It's very glowy. It's see-through. Okay. I think we're good.
Oh, I like it.
We're going to sit down at it. Maybe we're sitting on a pillow,
Now, why is there... It's in a cat's stomach or something?
There's a cat here. You know what I wanted to say? Let me get this out
They're
of my
everywhere.
system. So you know what? There's like a gotcha system in the game with the Malicite? But it's done by a cat. I think it's a catcha. It's not a gotcha. It's a catcha.
Oh.
It's a catch.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, all right, now that I said that,
I have to say, I haven't figured out why there's cats outside, though.
the cats are just.
There's got to be
just
some sort of
things.
story point with it. They're
It's
everywhere.
like Monster Hunter.
Are you
It's just
supposed to
cats
collect
giving you
them, or-
food.
No, but they
You
make you
pet
sure
'em.
you know there's a cat there.
Yeah.
But did nothing... Okay, all right.
Oh
whatever.
no.
no!
let's talk.
Is that a cat? Why are
What
they?
Let's
about,
talk
what about
about-
the princess? Everything you do.
Michelle.
Oh, Elliot, you're the best. Elliot,
Michelle,
do you want to open that chest?
would you stop
Elliot,
going to the
do you want
fucking
to walk up
finish
the
line?
ladder? Good job, Elliot. Elliot, that
What are you
bow.
doing?
I can't
We're
believe
not-
it, Elliot.
we're not there
Elliot.
yet. Save
Elliot,
it.
you're so brave and strong. Fuck
Would
me,
you s-
Elliot. That's what she's going to
Stop
say.
it.
Yeah.
Come to my bedroom. I want to talk to you.
Yeah, please
that did
talk
happen.
to me in my bedroom,
Now,
Elliot.
I want
My
to chat
father,
with
the
you in the
king, won't let
bedroom.
me
No,
marry
there
you
was
because he
one-
thinks you're fey.
Michelle,
There was
we're
a
not...
moment where she said something that was such like the
It's-
definition of sexual innuendo.
Well,
But,
she
yeah,
said-
let's start
She's
from the
got to
beginning.
shut
She
up.
said-
And I turned
she-
her down and she
she-
keeps talking.
She
So-
said, meet me in my bedroom. I'd
Yeah.
like to chat with you.
No,
So
there was
what?
something worse. I saw it today and I was
wrong
like,
with
oh my God. It is
All right, now,
so you could.
Oh, Elliot.
For
you're
God's
so
sakes,
brave
there's
and
rules
strong.
to this goddamn
Fine, I don't
fucking
like
thing.
rules, okay?
Where did you
Fine.
play it? Where did you buy it,
I
Michelle?
played it on Steam, okay? And we have a key to give away from loaded.com.
Okay,
So if you
thank
want to
you.
win on Steam, check out
Thank you very
loaded.com.
much
You can
for
save
that.
money and buy your own copy right now, or you can win from us. I played on Steam with ultra wide mod.
Ryan.
Bought it on Steam, Deluxe Edition, played on Steam on my desktop and on my Steam Deck.
I
Wait.
bought it on the Switch twice.
What?
Well, the first time I bought it was on Amazon. I pre-ordered it weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And then, of course, when the time came for them to ship it, it didn't ship. And then
Classic.
And then I'm like, it looks like I'm getting it on Tuesday, like
Right.
today, right? So I canceled it. I couldn't risk it, right? And then I look around, it's sold out everywhere. I couldn't get it on Walmart. I'm like, fuck. So then I find it on Best Buy's website, and they say it'll be delivered Friday via FedEx. And then guess what? FedEx doesn't come on Friday, right? And then they're like, it's been delayed. You're now getting it Saturday between 11:30 to 3, and then that turns into fucking 3 to 8.
You know, when a child like touches the hot stove and they burn their finger and they know like not to do it again.
Yep. That was me.
But you've been burned by these companies numerous times.
I know.
And you keep touching the stove, John.
But the thing is, now listen, when Amazon started doing release day delivery, they were pretty much dead nuts on
always.
I'm
bored of this conversation. Can we talk about the game?
I don't care. No, but this is an important part of the conversation.
You and Amazon
this
every
is a
day.
round
Guess
table.
what I had delivered today from Walmart? Okay? Who cares? Let's talk about the adventures
You just
of
want to
Elliot.
get to your fucking bag of shit.
Music. How do you want to do this, John? Because you got rules, all right? So
I do. First of all, I want to talk about our history with these style games.
History.
Michelle,
I played Octopath. I've played a lot of Square games. What history are you looking for?
That kind of stuff. That's those are good nuggets.
I mean, obviously we played Zelda.
Do you have a favorite game in this style, or just the general 2D?
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not generally my thing because these games are usually like turn-based.
I'm saying like going back to the old days, like, SNES or whatever.
Nah.
Yeah,
Ryan?
other than Zelda, I'm same as Michelle. I played Octopath. I played a bit of Triangle Strategy.
Yeah,
I like these games, but I didn't get into them until I was older. I played the original Zelda a little bit, but yeah, I started kind of finding these games as I got older. So I'm more of a recent take on these.
Sure. I mean, to me, these are basically the type of games I was playing back on the Super Nintendo, like Chrono Trigger or something.
Right.
But in this new 2D HD 3D thing that they're doing.
Do you want to talk about the Octopath thing? I mean, it has the same Octopath like Vaseline lens, but your character doesn't look as good as the background, or doesn't have that same effect. So your character's kind of like crunchy looking and like pixels. But
a little bit. I mean, Elliot is an interesting, flamboyant kind of guy.
Sassy?
Is he sassy? Is he flamboyant? I'm a little.
I think he's a little timid. Because the girl's like, come to my room.
He's got this like red fedora and a cape or a red outfit on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess
he's like oblivious, but he has a goal in mind. Yeah. But like he needs to be on his adventure and he needs to save.
Well, because he was an orphan. He was an orphan and he's trying to save the orphanage. It's a lot like Blues Brothers.
Let's talk about the game. So the thing here is it's real-time combat, and honestly the combat doesn't feel so good with mouse and keyboard because it is like it's got this like quarter turn like aiming that you can do, and it doesn't feel very good. And I also don't like how you shoot in the direction you're facing, not where the mouse is targeting. So if you're going to play this is definitely a controller game. I
played controller.
I only play controller. Obviously,
I don't like the PC port on this because it has 120 hertz lock. It didn't have ultra wide. I had to get a mod. The keyboard controls with mouse feel like shit. But once I got I just don't think. Do I need this in high frames? Is 120 enough? Sure, but I don't
120 should be enough.
I don't like the practice of this though. Why are you locking frames? Why aren't you giving me ultra wide? One mod guy did it in like an hour. He said he just gave us a file to drop in. Why aren't you doing this, Square? Uncap it. Give us an ultra wide. Support PC a little bit better with mouse and keyboard. But other than that, like I don't particularly think this combat feels that great without a roll. I feel like fighting the bosses, I was sidestepping like people shitting out red fire at me.
Shield.
Yeah, I did that. But either holding a shield or you're like
By the way, I
or
think
jumping
the shield,
out of something. It doesn't feel
I'm going to
good.
agree with you about that because I feel like the shield is a bit of an afterthought. That's how it feels to me.
Sure.
Like I rarely think to do it unless I did some of those like challenges.
Let me parry reflect something with the shield.
Yeah.
Like at least
there's
not
no parry. That's what kind of
no
sucks
parry,
with the
no
shield.
dodge, like no because they could have.
But this is old school Zelda combat, like NES, Super Nintendo.
I mean, I played. It doesn't feel that smooth though. I don't know. I feel like the combat's a little off.
I think the combat feels perfectly great with the controller.
I'm with John. It felt great on my PC, but you know what ran like shit on the Steam Deck? I gotta say, it is not very optimized for the Steam Deck, and I was very excited
they said there was like a
Now, Ryan, I want to tell you, going into this, I read some reviews about the Switch 2 performance even, that there's some dips that I haven't really experienced. Okay,
because I know the demo ran very well on the Switch.
I thought the demo ran fine, and I also read that it does look a little fuzzier on the Switch compared to other consoles.
I read that too, but they said
I can't say that I really feel that. Okay, now I can't A/B them, so I don't know.
Well,
but I can see what they mean by fuzzy. Like on the Steam Deck, it was a bit fuzzier than like on the monitor. It wasn't as clear, and like it's similar to Octopath. It's not that same tilt shift kind of like things look small in the distance. Like it's got that same art style.
It's the same map though, where it's not fun to just walk around the map. I want them to do more of an open field design here. Like it was too many little crevices. Let me walk down this path. Let me go. It was like it's almost like they took Octopath and then just changed the combat. Why didn't they make this a whole different beast? Like I get that you wanted to copy the look, you copied the map. Yet the
engine.
But I don't know. To me, it was like I'm not getting like the people going crazy calling this Zelda because Zelda doesn't have this annoying style map. But the thing I really did,
and Michelle, to get on that same topic with the open worldness,
I
do not like so you have the 4 worlds intertwined. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Yeah.
Every road, there's so many roads that go to nowhere, and yes, you're supposed to think.
Well, there'll be a chest at the end of it. Or
one
of
you got to come back
so
at another time.
Nothing.
You got to come back at another time,
and
right?
So I like that, but to this, the way they've done it, it feels like I'm literally just wasting time.
Yes,
and you're not rewarded for the exploration, at least in the first 10 hours. But yeah, you go nowhere a lot of the time. I spend so much time wandering off to finally get to the end and being like, oh, there's nothing here. I just trekked for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Now I got to walk all the way back.
I cleared a dungeon and they're like, there's nothing here. Why don't you try another time, Elliot? I'm like, why didn't you tell me that when I walked in, lady? You know?
Right.
So
actually, that's interesting because so like I had some quests that said these are about to be unturnable.
Oh.
Why did it do that?
Because you're about to pass another time, maybe, and you had to finish them before you moved on.
I felt like I was in like the second like time shift world, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And it was warning me that a quest I had was about to be like expire or whatever.
Oh,
that
so if you did
disjointed.
a quest in
what?
If you did a quest in the first world and then tried to leave before you turned it in, you probably have to go back and redo it.
So I had to go back. Now, by the way, the fast travel is very generous. I do appreciate that.
I do too. Mm-hmm. Saving is generous. There's stuff all over.
Saving is all over the fuck. Yeah, there's save spots
just
everywhere.
Just like Octopath, it's got the little posts everywhere, bonfires, right? Let's call it Souls-like. It's got a bonfire.
As long as you're outside, you can fast travel anywhere.
Yes, that's nice. People are saying we're bashing on it. Let me then move to something that I think
I'm not bashing on it. I'm not bashing on it.
Let me get something that I think is great about it. I love the Magicite system. So this is a thing where you have like support gems that you slot into weapons. Yeah, the Catcha, and there's a lot of different weapons you get already, like spear, bow, sword. You get shield. But the thing is, you get these little gems that you can deconstruct if you don't want them, and you can roll for new ones. Then you slot them into your sort of Magicite box, and each little weapon that you have or move that you have has different Magicite. And so you can combine different support skills.
Almost. Yeah,
like dropping a support gem into a gem in PoE. Yeah. That's basically the same shit again. But that's what I really like about this. I wish they expanded on it more with kind of like, this is the RPG-ness that like a Zelda doesn't have, because you are tinkering with your gameplay style. And so I really did like that. I wish like they kind of doubled down on the Magicite system, and I like the different weapons. Of course, you get bombs and you're bombing doors and stuff, just like Zelda.
You can upgrade those as well with the Magicite.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
So they all have a value to them. Like bonus damage is worth of 5, and you have a max of 30, which you can increase. So you can increase it. I don't know how many times, but you spend a currency to increase how many Magicites you can attach to each weapon. So every weapon has their own Magicite, and it's very expansive. Like you can do a bunch of different builds, like and kind of craft your build and cater to what you want to do. You want a fire build or a crit damage build, crit rate build. You can do all that, which is cool.
On normal, it doesn't really matter. I know, Ryan, you're playing on hard.
It doesn't.
I'm playing on normal. It's very easy. Maybe hard's more fun.
It's very easy. I swapped back to normal after hard because I had that I was confused with the whole healing thing. And then I figured it out, but I stayed on normal.
Heals you? You mean that?
Yeah, but I wasn't at the point where I got the fairy. I don't want to spoil story, but it was just weird because it was there on my screen, and I like 2 maps ago, or like the map before, I was able to heal, and then I couldn't do it in the. Anyways, not an issue.
She tells you that when you leave, like
it was a
but without,
problem.
Like you said, if people care about the story, without telling you kind of what happens,
right.
Point.
So, and then the fairy. Okay, so here's the thing too. I want to mention, because I finished the demo,
right,
when it came out, whatever, 8 months ago, whenever the fuck it was. I was really happy to see that the beginning of the game was not the demo. Like,
well,
but
it is
also,
for mine. It carried over.
Okay, but it also confused me because in the demo I had abilities I didn't have in this game.
See, I think you played the original demo. They did a redone demo, which they then put on Steam and Switch. And for me, it was like the beginning of the game, and then when I loaded it in the game, it picked up from there.
Okay, so
that's what I played.
Okay, so the demo I played, I had a fairy warp ability right out of the gate. And I don't have that yet.
I did that one on the Switch, John. Okay, that's what was different.
Okay,
exactly.
so that confused me because I'm like, can't I warp to the fairy and throw her out and stuff? And I had to research it. I had to go to a fucking fairy fountain and get that shit. So that confused me because I didn't do any of that in the demo, right?
Right. Yeah, you played a really old demo. I mean, I want to be fair with this game. I don't think it's a bad game. I'm not hating it, but I don't think it's a $60 title. For me, it's a wait for sale. I think 30 feels comfortable with this. I think it's a wait for sale game. I think if you love this style of game, maybe you'll get more out of it. I like it. I don't love it. I think that I wish the combat and everything kind of felt a little different. I wish it didn't just look like Octopath with different combat. I wish it was a whole actual Zelda-like with like an open kind of map.
That's why I like this more than Octo, because I prefer this style combat over turn-based.
So do I. I wish though that it wasn't just exactly Octo. Like Octo. Why is it Octo looking? Why is the map laid out like Octo?
It's
walking
just
down these crevices like
Octo looking. It's just that
it's that engine. It's that style.
Why didn't they give me an open Zelda 1 style mapping? I prefer like a Link's Awakening style mapping. Is that what it's called? Like the read on Link's Awakening that I played?
Yeah,
this is more like linear, but it's also there's a lot of backtracking, like you said,
backtracking between and coming back.
between the times and all that.
Yeah,
I don't know. The Octopath.
I'm gonna say I kind of rather like it.
Yeah.
I do.
I don't dislike. I just feel like it's a wait for sale game. I think I understand why it has mixed reviews. I think I understand why nobody wanted a Kevin shop. I think that they also I turned down the talking and like the tips, and she is still going, telling me to do things.
That's my biggest complaint.
That I can figure out. Like you're telling me, why don't you push that pedestal, Elliot?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, let me figure it out.
The dialogue in general, everything's voice acted, by the way. I ended up. I honestly, I started just skipping all the dialogue. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Just skip it. And you can skip all the dialogue. There's too much dialogue in this game.
She just talks too much and tells you too much.
Does it get better later, Ryan? I mean, it sounds like you play more than I have.
I have a couple abilities for my fairy and stuff, and it does pick up similar to that demo where you can teleport and stuff, but that's quite a bit later.
Yeah.
Like I have a fire ability right now, so fairy can light these pedestals on fire, unlock more areas, so your exploration grows from there. Then you go to the next area, and it has all these pedestals everywhere, and these rock boulders that you can blow up, and there is a progression in sense, and you do get stronger, and you get a lot more abilities, a lot more options, and with the Magicite in place, there's tons of variety in the game, and it's very fun. I like the combat. It's great on controller, and it feels nice. I just came off playing Mina, so I'm used to the kind of northeast, southwest shooting, aim in the direction.
But it's also a quarter of it. It's not just north, south, east, west.
Yeah, I find, I don't know, with my history with like Isaac and Mina, I find myself only lining up northeast, south, and west. The diagonals are very kind of hit and miss.
I'm using. I think I'm using the D-pad when I play this. I don't even know.
I don't think you can use D-pad. No,
you can't use D-pad. Maybe I'm not, because those are shortcuts, right?
Yeah, it controls.
I use D-pad in that Dead Scrolls.
So you guys, I mean, this is where I'm at with it. I think it's a wait for sale, but pick it up and play if you like the style. You guys both think it's a $60 go out and get now title?
$60 is tough, Michelle, these days for everything.
Yeah.
It's not tough for everything. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like a $40
we're so spoiled though with some of these games, where they're
$20 games that are just masterpieces.
Yeah,
$30 games.
That's the thing, right? You have these. There's no standard anymore. Like 10 years ago, that's what a game costs. You go to Walmart and you spend $50 or $60. It's not so much like that.
You can't base it off the looks anymore. Back then, you could look at a game and say, that looks like a $30 game. You go to Walmart, and it is a $30 game. But,
right.
I see what you mean. This, I don't know. I think $50 would be okay. 60, 70, or what is it, 80 with the deluxe.
Well, your Canadian stuff.
The game's supposedly only like 13, 14 hours with multiple endings.
They beat it in 9 hours, and they thought it was just a wait for sale game. And I'm like, 9 hours? I feel like I could play more than that. Maybe they're not exploring it all.
I explored every nook and cranny. I'm already at 8 hours. So, but I'm slow. I'm really slow.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I don't love it. If you guys love it, I don't know. I can't tell if you love it. Do you love it?
I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it. I definitely like it. I mean, I think I like it more than Octopath. I mean, the first Octopath was kind of magical because they introduced that style and all that stuff like at the same time.
Yeah.
But then I remember getting so mad at Octopath, like I'd be almost in a town and I step on a fucking piece of grass and I'm in combat.
Yeah.
That was the worst part of Octopath.
Yeah.
But I still love Octopath.
So I'm glad that that's gone.
Well, yeah,
right?
I mean,
like
some people are going to like turn-based stuff. Some people aren't. You
yeah,
know, I like real-time.
I like
combat,
it when
personally.
I'm expecting it, not when I'm not expecting it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't think
on
boss
the hard
fights
mode,
felt
they
good.
really just crank up the enemy spawns. So when that's what I noticed when I was on hard, there were enemies everywhere. And then as soon as I went to normal, it was almost like they cut it in half.
Then
and
did you end
like
up
you said, it
with more
made it
currency
so much
and stuff?
easier.
And
yeah, you get more currency because you're killing more enemies, and they come back to life or whatever. They respawn. But it wasn't. I didn't leave hard mode because it was too hard. I left because of that confusion, and I just stayed on normal. I think I could totally beat it on hard. It wasn't affecting my gameplay. Like I wasn't dying uncontrollably and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's fun. I'd like it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
like,
too.
I like no
I'll
love.
finish it.
Like, but that's it. I mean, the thing I want to say is like people saying, "Oh, it's the next Zelda. It's a Zelda." No, like it's not. It's just
clearly inspired by Zelda
game,
in a
but
lot
it's
of
not
ways.
Zelda, okay, you know.
Yeah, I was
Elliot
extremely
gets
hyped
3
for
likes,
this.
Jed. I said I liked the game. I just don't love it. They agreed.
Yeah,
You know,
I was extremely hyped for this, so I might have had higher expectations, and I just wasn't blown away with the gameplay. It is exactly what they're advertising. It's exactly what I should have probably expected, and it's fun. It is fun. It's engaging. You're gonna have a good time playing this game if you like these kind of games for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're thinking this is a 2 of 3. Like I said, I still said I liked it. I still think you should play it if you're into these, but maybe wait for a sale. I think there's a lot, you know, like, but I'm not like, yeah, I just feel like it was definitely hyped, but then it fell flat. And yeah, I think it has 3 likes, Jedi. I think that's fair to say.
I think it does.
Yeah. It's just, you know, you
I
can
like
critique
it. I mean,
something if you
listen,
like it.
I mean, I think that if I was on a beach right now, I'd be playing the living shit out of this.
Here we go.
I mean, I think that's factual. Like
that's the one thing that I'm kind of disappointed in is
What?
the performance on the deck, because I would probably have played a lot more if it ran better on the deck. It didn't even run on the Thor. Like it couldn't run.
So what was?
but it couldn't.
I mean, Ryan. I mean, maybe there's some slowdown. I'm not really detecting it. I played it on a 1080p TV and a 4K TV.
Yeah.
It looked great on my 4K TV. It looked obviously better in the 1080p or ran better.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I shouldn't say that.
But you're on the Switch.
I'm on the Switch, yeah, and I kind of
That's
felt
more
like
powerful than a Steam
I kind of felt
People
like it
are
was a
saying,
Switch
though,
game.
that it ran fine, the demo, Ryan, on Steam Deck, but then the actual game had a
really?
problem. That there's like
Oh,
apparently
really?
maybe a memory leak or some issue. They're going to patch it. They said
or
when you
they're
get the fairy
pushing
out.
reflections or something. Or,
Yeah, there's something that they're going to do because there's people saying there's something going wrong. Like there's like an FPS dip when the fairy comes out, and there's a lot of people bitching about it. I don't know.
Right.
Right.
Like you say, I didn't have any
I
problems.
would like
on
that
PC.
because like instead of playing this in bed and stuff or on my couch, I was playing Crosscode because Crosscode was perfect. It ran great. And I was like, I had these 2 very similar games. So when I sat down at my desk, that's when I would pull out Elliot. And I feel like I would have gotten further if it did run better on the deck.
Right. Yeah, it's a weird game to kind of play. I mean, you can play a PC, but I know you're handheld. You want to use your Thor and stuff like that. So yeah, we get
but it's
3
not a
likes for
game
Elliot.
breaker for me. Yeah, 3 legs.
3 likes for Elliot, but I think the hype of it's Zelda, it's the best thing ever for me was a bit much. All right, let's move on.
I
to
think
some
it's
news.
an 8-ish, 8.5 game for me.
8.
Yeah,
okay.
it's an 8.
That's
It's
a
not a
little high
7.
for
I think
me.
it's an 8. I think it's an 8. 8.1.
Yeah, 7.5, 8.
8.1.
I'll give it a 7.
8.1.
It's completely just there.
It's an 8. It's an 8.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh,
shit.
Elliot.
No, it's
Well,
not shit at all.
But a 7 isn't a shit either. You know, I'm
No.
tired of people saying, "Oh, if something is a 7, it's shit." It's not shit. It's just, you know.
Well, 7 would be above average. 5 would be
Exactly.
average, really.
No,
technically.
7
5
is
shit.
a good game.
5
Go look
shit.
at all the 7s.
Well, it depends.
on,
Are we
the
are we
greatest games
using
of all
like
time. There's a lot of 7s.
elementary school? Like a 7 would be a 70, which is like a C. An 80 is a B. Or
No,
This is
we,
overly
you're using a
complicated.
percentage.
or are we
scale.
using
There's a
like an
10%.
actual
Exactly.
average? Because
I'm like
5
thinking about
would be
7 to
average.
10, right?
One,
If I told you guys there's a great person out there
Yeah.
and there's 7, you'd go, I don't
Well, if we're
know.
looking by looks, but John, if you're using the grade scale, no, we can't use the grade scale.
Yeah.
okay,
That's
but
C
okay.
is
So
bad.
on a scale of 1 to 10, 5 would be average, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
if I
telling
gave
me
it
with
a
all the
1,
games out
that
there,
is
this
a
is an
terrible
8?
game.
So 7 would be above average. 8 would be above average. 9 would be above average.
Oh my God, so is 7.
Yeah, it's above average.
All right,
I think it's a bit more than that, but yeah.
The big news this week, of course, pre-orders, June 25th for Grand Theft Auto.
Big one.
People taking off work and they want to get that pre-order going. Yeah, there's parties, there's pre-order parties. I saw people organizing.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
I don't know.
At all.
People are hyped.
That doesn't
Actually, guys, we're gonna get in the Discord chat room.
Let's
and
get
order
together.
Grand Theft
3, 2,
Auto
1,
together.
go. Yeah, but
that makes no sense whatsoever.
There's a lot of hype around this game,
pre-order
John.
Party?
This game is going to launch careers.
This
game
isn't
has already
unobtainium.
got Take-Two stock going up.
This is not some rare gem. Like, there's nothing
I don't
about
understand.
this.
Nothing can sell
This
out
is
of
a
the digital.
commodity. This is a commodity. And
rumors
yeah,
about pricing. People saying there'll be a $200 edition.
All
or
right,
some
let's
pricing,
talk
maybe
about that.
$100
That's
edition.
the conversation, Michelle.
What do you guys anticipate?
Now, what is the base version, the standard version, going to cost? Okay. The cheapo version.
I'm going to say 80. I want to
so
believe that they're not going to bring gaming price up to 100.
Game. Base game.
This is a dangerous game.
It is a dangerous game because they know people are going to buy it whether it's 80 or 100.
If this becomes the new norm, we're fucked.
It won't become the new norm because this game's been in development for 15 years.
I don't care. If it becomes the new norm, we are
but
fucked.
What they can get away with, nobody else.
Yes.
No, we can't. Then we're not fucked, John, because the market will dictate
They
the price.
never
if
got
nobody
away
buys
with it before. They went along with the standard pricing before for the base game.
Buy a different game at this standard price. If it is $100 for a base game, no one will buy the next Fable for that price. They will wait until it's on sale.
So Candy says 60. No way. Old School says 100. I'm saying 80. I think they're going to do 80. I think they're going to have some mega editions, of course, with all this bucks and all this shit. $200 editions, $300, whatever. They'll get the whales, right?
They could do that. Do that. I don't care about that.
I'm thinking 80.
Yeah,
you
they're
guys
gonna,
well, there's leaks that suggest it's $80.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
That's what I'm
100
thinking.
Canadian, which is $80 US.
Okay.
For a standard
Are
game.
you saying 100, John, or 80? What is your personal guess? Forget the leaks. What do you think they're going to do? Jedi says 70. Beast says 70.
I feel like 80. What is the most expensive Switch game now? Is it 70 or 80? Oh
It's 80.
My God. Okay, so
You've been buying
Nintendo
80
did
a
this.
pop. Yeah,
Nintendo did this to us.
Of course they did.
So if Nintendo's getting away with 80, they're going 80. I have to go with 80.
80 or more. 80 or more.
Wait, Nintendo's.
Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, it is 80. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, I mean, I know I bought
so
it.
they're gonna have a $120 version with online currency for GTA Online. But is GTA Online coming at launch? Have they confirmed that? Not that I would probably
they
play
haven't
it or not.
confirmed anything about the gameplay. Okay, I've just seen
they
asses
haven't.
shaking on a Cadillac.
It is
I don't
weird.
know anything of what's happening. So
Right.
I'm
That is
thinking
crazy.
80.
You haven't seen a lick of gameplay. Like
Yeah, we should be
anything.
getting hyped about it. Like all these different, like remember how Watch Dogs hyped us up, but it was all a lie? At least they tried, right? I remember the first time they showed us
No.
Watch Dogs back in the day. I was
Michelle,
like, this
that
is
Yeah, I
trailer,
remember that.
that trailer,
Look at this.
like
It's
I
Mr.
was like,
Robot. This is gonna be
this
so
is my
cool.
game. I'm like,
Yeah.
they made a game for
Yeah.
me. Like,
right, and then it was nothing
remember
like it.
playing
and it
that
was
on day
nothing.
one,
It was
too.
so bad. It was like a
So-
GTA. It was a
but-
shitty GTA game.
GTA can show us some stuff, some impressive things. Like I've heard there's their own social media in the game with a phone. I'm not even really on social media in real life, so I don't want it in the game. But yeah, like just give me some features. I hope there's a deep dive soon. Maybe when the pre-orders go live, they'll. But I don't think they need it.
They
People are
have
gonna
to.
Now,
Well, when they're
see-
expecting people to pre-order it, they have to release a gameplay trailer,
Do
right?
they?
Like,
Do they?
You can't
What if they
pre-order
never
something
do?
based on nothing.
Well, I bought a Switch based on nothing with dust blood, so who knows? People do stupid shit, Ryan.
Beep, beep.
Don't play that. And then the other big news, John, we did a little
Yeah.
emergency pod about it. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but Steam Machine pricing came out 1,000. What is it, 47 or something? We know why. We know that what the market is. We have a lot of VGO listeners who actually want one, John. A couple of people in BDE are saying they're doing it because they want a small cube for their living room. They don't want to build a small
get it.
cube. They have the money.
It's appealing.
Yeah, they have the money. They want to be able to play their Steam library in their living room, and they're doing it. But, it's the cost of doing business right now. All these articles have been coming out about kind of why Valve won't subsidize the price. They said if there's anything we're religious about at Valve, it's our belief that open systems are better in the long run for ourselves and customers, the openness of the PC ecosystem. So they said console makers will sell hardware at a loss because they're relying on the customers' purchases.
It's a closed system.
Right. Profits like Nintendo wants you to buy their $80 exclusives. They want you to buy Switch Online. They want you to stay there. They're saying we're not that. And then they're saying we're not that so much to the point, hey, you don't need to buy this. Go put Steam OS on your own little AMD
Right.
PC.
And you know what I heard too is that Valve, people were saying if this thing's $400, $500, $600, whatever,
Right.
Oh my God, I'm going to buy 50 of these from my office and have people on a Linux desktop for $400.
That was another reason they said they didn't do it, because they said people would be doing this because these are off-the-shelf parts. They wanted that so you could repair it, fix it. They said people would be buying these and stripping these if they were selling it under cost.
Exactly.
And,
they
it
can't.
There'd be scalpers ripping it off, taking it apart, getting the RAM out.
Closed. You can't. I mean, you can install Linux on it now.
PlayStation is closed. You can't on their new OS. By the way, it's only an old version of PlayStation that people are hacking. You can't hack the new PlayStation. There's an update with the latest firmware. You can't. Only original PlayStations can put it on. But anyway, you don't need to buy this. If it's not for you, you shouldn't. I mean, I could tell you, look, why don't you go get a 5060 pre-built that they sell at Walmart for $900? It's $100 less and you get a 5060. But nobody wants this massive tower with windows in their living room. I get why people want this cube. If you have the money, do it. But I don't need it. I wouldn't do this. If somebody was on a budget, I'd probably tell them, if they don't care about the size, I'd tell them to go get an $800-900 pre-built 5060. But you know what? Who wants to really have this massive thing in their living room? You're paying for the small form factor too. You're paying for the convenience. And some people who have the money want to do it. People are saying dead on arrival. I mean, I think they're going to still sell out. And that's just the cost of doing business right now. But yeah.
It is.
I get.
But I mean,
it's unfortunate that it's not super cheap, but this is the fucking market.
It is unfortunate. But I'm going to tell you, my Steam Deck in my living room is very viable. Okay? It really is. I use it all the time on a 4K TV.
With your dock, right? Which is $100.
With my dock, I'm not playing, freaking Cyberpunk, okay? Mm-hmm. But all those indie games that we talk about fucking run flawless, okay? Yeah. And if this thing can run all of those, obviously, and then maybe Cyberpunk, not at 60, but
it's
whatever.
More powerful than the Steam Deck dock because it's actually made for.
Yeah, of course it's going to be.
It'll get better,
right?
Yeah, it's way more powerful.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not going to be a bad experience.
I can understand why people don't want to justify it, but I definitely understand why the people who want one. There's definitely it's this cute little cube. It's not going to be bad, Michelle. Living room.
But here's the thing about the Steam Deck too. Over time. Mm-hmm. This is what's different about the Steam Deck versus like consoles and stuff is that there's all these Proton wrappers and the community does all this shit.
Yeah.
And like games evolve over time. Mm-hmm. And I don't really know the nuts and bolts of how they're doing that and all that shit. But it's like pre-selecting what version of Proton to run on for this game and that game.
Yeah.
And over time, it just starts getting better because the community starts tinkering.
Well, let me read what Nefrogo said. He's a BDE in our Discord. He said, I put a reservation in for the Steam machine. Hopefully can get it. I saw a lot of reviews. I get where people are coming from. For me, I have an enthusiast PC, console, all of that. I want my Steam library on my 83-inch OLED. I want to enjoy the visual size and soundstage while gaming. As evident with the Steam Deck, I expect the machine to improve significantly over time. Because you and Nefro both have experience with that Steam Deck who know that it only got better. It got
way better, Michelle. And it's older. And the thing is, it's aging. It's aged at this point, right?
Yep.
And I cannot tell you, every time I turn the Steam Deck on, literally, I have to restart it for an OS update. It's like it's nonstop. It's like
what's a better, cheaper option for your living room?
Yeah.
I mean, I can give you an $800-900 5060, but in your living room, you really want a small form factor in your cabinet,
right? Not
a PS5. You want your Steam library. You want a PC.
Library.
You want PC game prices, Ryan. They're not even competing. If you don't even compare them. A PS5 Pro is $900. It's not a PC. This is a PC. It's your Steam library. Right. You know what I mean? So if somebody wants their 1,000 Steam library that they've accrued through 20 years in their living room, you tell me a better way somebody gets a small cube in their living room. Well, there are pre-builts out there you can probably poke around, but it's just the price of doing business. I would tell not everybody wants to build their own thing. Not everybody wants a massive tower in their living room. If you think you can do it and you can do it better, put Steam OS on your own little mini PC for your living room. They want you to do that. They're saying this is it. Put it on.
What I think is there's two different types of people that are buying it. One is like you said, the person that wants their Steam library in the living room. The other is just the Valve fans. They want this. They want Valve's next product, and they know they're not making a ton of these.
I think it's that many people that are just dropping 1,000 because they like Valve. I think people really want their Steam library in their living room. I mean, all my friends I know who want it said the same thing. They've been on Steam for 20 years. They have a lot of games, and sometimes they want to be in the bedroom and play a game. Sometimes they want to be in their living room, and they don't necessarily want the Steam Deck and the dock thing because it's a little weak or they don't handheld game. because the Steam Deck with the dock now is almost like $900. Right?
I don't even handheld game really on the Steam Deck, Michelle, at all.
So,
you know that.
The
like
new
I
MSI
barely.
Claw is coming out at $1,800. Like the price of these things is getting ridiculous. So I don't know. If you guys are confused, you can always come down to PC Outsiders and talk to us about it. There's a couple of PCs I put in there today showing the price $900 for like a 5060 build. That's going to be better. And yeah, you get frame gen and DLSS, but you can't right now put SteamOS on an NVIDIA GPU. They're working on it. So if you want to build your own little AMD box like the Steam machine, you can put SteamOS on it. So that's the point of this, right? It's a plug and play OS for your living room. And the people out there that are
with
complaining,
massive support,
they don't get it. They don't get what a PC is. Like, just don't even talk about consoles. This has nothing to do with consoles. Like, it's not. It's an open system. See, that's what they want.
I would have probably tried to get my hands on one, and I kind of reevaluated. I only play like indies on my Steam Deck.
Okay.
Indies. I don't play any AAA, any FPS.
I finished Cyberpunk because of it.
A lot of people play Cyberpunk on the Steam Deck. I don't know how they're pulling that off.
Yeah,
I did it.
I won't do it. It's kind of reserved for smaller titles and a little bit weaker titles.
Yep.
Whereas anything FPS, anything high fidelity, high graphics is on my PC. I will never not do that. I don't like the feeling of controller in an FPS game more often than not. So I don't need it. If it was cheaper, I'd probably pick it up just for shits, but that's not like, it's not in that price range for me to do that. Just to play the same games I'm going to play on my Steam Deck, really. Because if it's anything crazy, I'll just sit upstairs on my desktop.
Yeah. I mean, my PC rig is in my living room and I have a cord to my TV, so I have like no purpose for this. But I think there's going to be a market for it, and I hope people who want one get one. It's unfortunate with the pricing, but that's just the way it is right now. So let's move on to like other news.
And by the way, you don't need to buy their controller to get the living room experience, okay?
No, you can use any controller.
I've been using the Xbox One controller since day one with my Steam Deck, okay?
Yeah, I wouldn't even like their controller.
And if I've been stuck a few times with that, okay? And if I'm at I have a USB wireless mouse and keyboard plugged into my dock at all times.
Yep.
I can pull it out and I'm good to go, okay?
Yep.
And also, in the beginning, I could not turn my Steam Deck on with the controller. If you press the Xbox button, now I can. Again, over time, it gets better.
Yeah, the community will do whatever. But
so the Steam Deck is sitting behind my TV in a dock. I just pull out my Xbox One controller, press that button, and bam, I'm in fucking Steam.
That just depends if you can afford it and you want your Steam library.
But that's a console fucking
experience.
So you're going to get that same experience that I've had the last 5 years. How long has it been, actually, the Steam Deck at this point? 3, 4, I don't know. You're going to get that same experience with a device that's potentially twice as powerful.
Let's talk about this, though. Let's
and all
round
these
it out with what's
games. The cheap-ass games.
Yeah, you're going to save money on games on PC and Steam. Forget it.
The Razer Blades cost less on this device, guys.
Yes, they do. And you know why they're selling at a loss at Nintendo, because they want you to get $80 games in their closed system and online and everything else. But if you want to get into the PC world, I can see why some people would look at this, but there are better options, in my opinion, that run better and cost a little less. Now, there have been articles coming out left and right here. The Steam machine is bad news for millions of gamers waiting on the PS6. We've got the PS5 Pro already $900. People are saying the PS6 is going to be $1,200. The Helix, they're saying they're going to reevaluate
Michelle,
probably the Helix.
Xbox
came out today again. I think Matt Booty said, like, gamers can't do this, so we don't know what we're doing with the Helix, basically. Yeah. Xbox CEO says gaming is becoming unaffordable and the industry is in trouble.
Listen, these data centers, we're fucked. That's what's happening.
And they aren't playing nice. They
8 terabyte hard drives are fucking $3,000 right now. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're buying
nice with Sony and
this
Valve
is what's happening. If you're not aware, the data centers are buying everything, all the storage, all of the RAM, everything. Okay,
and the memory companies are only working with them. They're breaking contracts just to take
sending them to a desert in Utah, and we're fucked. Okay, just so you know, so we can be tracked in a goddamn flare camera. Okay,
that's right.
Good luck. We're fucked.
But I still think gaming is an affordable hobby.
And move to the fucking woods.
I mean, I still think gaming is an affordable hobby because I know how much people spend on vacations and cameras and golf clubs. And I just think people have to get comfortable with maybe not owning every single system and console every year and replacing it. Like a longer life for maybe the Switch lasted, 12 years or something. Like the people that just bought a PS5 Pro, are you guys ready to spend $1,200 on a PS6? I mean, or are we going to have longer things going on?
Here's the problem with price increases. They rarely go back.
Yeah, they won't. Just like
once
a game
the
price going up to
consumer,
100.
it's like a conditioning thing. It's like, you got used to
The only way
this.
it'll go back is if people don't buy it. But that's
people
not
are,
gonna happen.
but it's not going to happen because people are going, nobody can afford the Steam machine. Guys, we all paid more for our graphics cards, okay?
Well, I paid more for my phone.
Yeah, we all paid more for our
my
phone. We all
graphics
paid more
card.
for our graphics card. People can afford it, okay? And people will buy it. So I still think if you spent a few thousand on your hobby as a gamer that year, that is still an affordable hobby. If you don't think it's that way, then some people will. So the dead on arrival, no one's going to buy this. I guarantee some scalpers are going to get this. They're going to be on eBay for twice the price. I hope that doesn't happen, but I think
the one
will.
thing is the people that can barely afford a console right now, the families and stuff that can't afford it for their kids, they won't be able to afford next generation. That's just it. They will have to buy used old generation.
Could they have
consoles.
afforded this Steam machine if it was $750? Because that was the original price.
No,
I guess
that's what I'm saying. Like they can't afford it now. They're having trouble putting the money together now to buy their kids a new console. But the thing is, PS5 games or PS6 games are going to play on the PS5. They supported the PS4 until like this year.
They still kind of support it.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
still kind
thing.
of support it. They're going to support it.
Didn't the
it
old
doesn't
Call
matter
of
if you have a
Duties just go to
PS6.
PS4?
Yeah, they finally cut off PS4.
People aren't even upgrading to the Switch 2 because of it, right? They're still holding on to the Switch 1. So we're going to have to see longer console lifespans and games being supported across
Microsoft is
it,
porting
right?
Black Ops 1 and 2 to PlayStation 4.
But I think what's happening to consoles is they're starting to go the PC route, right? Because a game can come out from PC, you can run it on almost anything kind of going back to a certain amount of time.
Is it
but
PS4?
It's
you'll
PS4
adjust
and
your
5.
graphics. Guys, don't talk while I'm talking because we're getting complaints about it. That's okay. I'm just saying. What's going to happen is consoles have to go the way of PC where the versions come out but the graphics get adjusted. So if you could still play this game, it's just not going to look that good. That's what happens on PC, like the people playing on like potatoes.
Right.
You know, that but you can't hold the people back who want the latest technology and could afford it. Yes. But consoles have to change it. And I think Microsoft knows that, like with this article that they just came out saying, they're like, we have to come up with another plan. If we release some $1,300 Helix that was supposed to be a powerhouse, we're going to get eaten alive because look at the reaction to the Steam machine.
Well, Michelle, my hope was I was going to pass on the Steam machine, and I am right now. I might change my mind, okay? My hope was that, or the promise I thought was that the Helix would be a premium above Steam machine console, right? That would have some flavor of Windows potentially that would allow me to run Steam and everything on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they abandon that, what do they do, Michelle? Do they go backwards?
This Steam sales is going to dictate what Microsoft and Sony do. I guarantee this is going to influence their decision on price and performance.
The problem, though, is that Valve does not have the distribution that Microsoft does at brick and mortar, okay?
But these RAM companies aren't playing with Microsoft either. And like, you know,
the largest company in the world or top two, whatever they are right now.
They're taking 10x from freaking AI data centers and like they're not. So the price is, it's not going to be some magical subsidized Helix for $300. Whatever people are like hoping for or needing, you guys got to get used to the price of anything. Like I know a lot of people, and my sister's doing it too. She's selling stuff used that's going for more than what she paid. You know, everything: keyboards, cameras, drones, e-bikes. You know, gaming things. Like the price of things has just gone up,
right?
And so I think people have to kind of get used to that. Like if you just kind of like. And Microsoft has to figure out what to do. Like, what would you guys do if they told you guys to release the Helix? How much would you price it?
If you can't afford it, you buy a Series X and you're going to play on that until the price drops for the Helix. That's just it. And the ones that can afford it will buy it.
So they just keep supporting the X for all these years, right?
Yes,
is that what you're saying?
They're going to support X. They're going to support the 5 Pro and the 5 for a long time. Because though they have gotten so powerful and games have been optimized and you can play mostly anything on a PS5, why not support it? That's why they've been
and developers
the
have yet to
so
fully
long.
I think, optimize games for the PlayStation 5 and Series X.
This technology you guys hate so much out there, you hate AI so much, that's what's going to save you from the expensive hardware. It's actually like a snake eating its own tail, because the AI DLSS and all this other shit is what's going to allow you to play on a cheaper GPU or an older
but that's
thing. Like
local hardware.
No, but I'm saying like you can get by, somebody can go buy a 5060 right now and they can get by because it has frame generation. Okay. So you don't need the AI tools and the technology. Like, so maybe you have like cheaper hardware, but you know, like the technology is going to carry you through it. It's not just raw power anymore.
Sure.
So that's what people.
I'm getting decent frames in Call of Duty because I turned DLSS on.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just fact.
That's just the way
right?
it is.
Yeah.
And you haven't upgraded your 3080.
Because of DLSS,
Exactly.
Michelle. That's why,
Yeah.
okay?
That's actually wild.
Yeah,
on
Zabum says I could sell my
Mm.
PS5 for more than I paid. More than the $500
Yeah,
I paid.
I have a pile of all my old PC parts. I'm about to sell it. I was waiting for the summer, and now is the summer, and I'm going to start selling my stuff probably for close to what I paid for it.
Yeah, so that's just the way it is. If you got stuff hanging around, guys, now's the time to sell and save up for something or whatever. Other big news going on this week. What'd you guys see, John? I know you put in a bunch of news in here. Tencent in talks to offload Marvelous and other global game bets. Apparently they're getting worried.
Just Tencent was acquiring all kinds of shit before, and now they're bailing on it. I don't know.
Yeah,
and
this could be a bad sign.
I liked this thing I saw today, or not today, last week. So Zelda Ocarina of Time right now.
Okay.
This is a discussion thing. This is just food for thought, okay? Ocarina of Time is the highest rated game of all time. Okay?
Okay.
It came out on the N64. At the time, or the sample, okay, so the reviews that make this 99 are from 22 old media outlets, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Game Informer or whatever, all these old magazines and Japanese magazines and really not websites to speak of, right? And so this person was saying that this will never happen again. No game's ever going to get a 99 average across all reviews.
No one will let it, yeah.
Because of all these contrarian reviewers now, right?
Yeah.
Discuss. I just thought it was interesting, right?
Yeah, we know engagement is all that matters.
It got a 99 out of 100 on N64. On GameCube, it got a 91. On 3DS, it got a 94.
Yeah.
So it'll never be 99. Like you're saying, yeah, somebody will always
It's also
come
a
back
more
and
competitive
say, nope,
market, so maybe
sorry.
what was a 99 in 1998 isn't anymore. It's a more
That's true.
competitive
That's
global
also
market,
true.
Right.
and Nintendo used to be the biggest dick in the box, and now it's not. So
Right.
I think you also have to factor that in. Yes, there are definitely people giving bad reviews for engagement because that's all that matters.
So here's what they're saying. Tears of the Kingdom was literally at a 98 average, and then some clown came in and gave it a 6 out of 10, and then the average went to 96, and that was it.
That's crazy.
Or maybe they really thought it was a 6 because it was 22 FPS.
But like the IGN idiot that just gives something a 6 just because people talk about it, which has happened a lot the last few weeks.
There might be genuine bad reviews, and there's also definitely reviews that people just put in. We know that. Sometimes it'll be a ridiculous, I give this a 3. You're like, this game is not a 3. Like, whether or not you like it.
But if someone like IGN that's included in that weighted scale, that's or weighted average, whatever you want to call it.
They bring in weirdos now, like you've never heard of this.
Exactly,
like
a freelance person who's like, I hate James Bond. I never liked that series.
Yeah,
and
you can make your own paper up, your own website, and say you're.
I'm talking about
exactly.
IGN, Matt, not Matt, Ryan. Like
Canadians, they're all the same. John just gonna call you the Canadian.
If we had some
like that clown gave Crimson Desert
overarching qualification to be a reviewer and properly review games, I think that
you can't do that.
But then we're getting into the same conversation. It's a cycle. We're going back and forth,
right?
And it'll never be the same, obviously, because of games have changed. Like Michelle said, it's not the same.
So many different tastes and so many different types of gamers now, and so many different. Back then everybody loved Nintendo. We loved it, but now there's that's not the only thing. There, some people didn't even grow up with it.
But gaming journalism was not like some dude with a laptop at a Starbucks, which is what it is now.
Yeah, but gaming.
It was people going to an office every day, like it literally was. It was like I remember EGM was near me in Illinois. There was a building with 50 people in it that reviewed games.
Do we need that? Do we need a guy to get in a suit to sit down and write about Crimson Desert?
I don't know. Roger Ebert went to the Sun Times and talked, to review to review
but now
movies.
Everybody can sound off about something. Everybody has an opinion. We got to hear it all. We have to hear everything. We're giving ours on a podcast. We're doing it from our homes.
We're part of the problem. I get it.
We're part of the problem, but we've been doing it for 21 years. Now everybody has a podcast. Back then, everybody didn't have a podcast, John. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't think there's anything wrong with different opinions. It's just when you can tell when it's not really their opinion. They only did it to get clicks. They only did it to get comments, right? We know that's going on. And
I feel like that happened with the IGN reviews, the last couple. It was Crimson Desert and one other one. What was the other one?
I think these people just didn't like Cliff because he was a stoic man. So that was probably their genuine stupidity.
I want to talk about this because this was making the rounds last week about the Halo campaign Evolved. And I'm still unclear about what's right and what's wrong. Because on the Halo website, it says that if you want to play local split screen campaign co-op, each person on each side of the screen needs an active Xbox Game Pass subscription.
They said that was wrong, right? We're sorry we corrected this.
So I believe the Xbox...
It was corrected, right?
On Xbox, it's just a Microsoft account, like a Game Pass account. You don't need a subscription. And on PlayStation, you need PS Plus on both accounts.
Well, that was cleared up, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was cleared up, too. Okay.
Eventually, the official Halo account posted on X to clarify that this was a mistake and that players don't need 2 PlayStation Plus subscriptions. Now, I do know that our friend Paul, I think it was Paul Tassi, ran with this, Michelle.
Yeah, Paul has been talking about this and the Steam stuff today.
Well, he's all about Destiny 2 nonstop.
Yeah.
But he got a lot of flack about this. People calling him like bullshit and you're a fucking hack and you want clicks and you're an asshole. You better research and how dare you try to take down Halo and blah, blah, blah. So
they did it to bait. And they did that to see if people were going to receive it well. And obviously nobody liked it. And they're reneging it. They're saying, oh, it was a mistake. I'm sorry.
Right.
We don't want you guys to pay twice. Yeah, it was a test.
Yeah, that's why this, like I said, I think this Steam machine pricing has also been a test, and
it's a
Microsoft
test.
pulls
it's back. A bad test.
People are flipping out. Like, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
The games industry right now is like frozen. Like, oh my god, what do we make? What are we going to do?
Yeah, the only thing that they can do, which Microsoft and Sony are probably, and Nintendo, which they won't, but Sony and Xbox are the only ones that can do this, and that's take a hit on the console again, back to where you used to with the 360 and the Xbox One. Sell it at a loss and make your money on your games. Make good games and you will make your money back. But that will never happen again.
Right.
I don't see that happening.
No. It's such a big hobby now that there's enough people to keep it going, even if the regular casual gamer suffers because they can't. And that's why I hate to say it, I'm anti kind of cloud streaming shit, but we do have some people that say they can't afford to play every new game, even with Xbox Game Pass, but they have the NVIDIA streaming shit or whatever, and that carries them. And these cloud services, like maybe at some point the Netflix for games, the streaming, the cloud, when it hits, maybe that does help pick up the slack.
It's inevitable. I mean, it's going to happen, Michelle. We've been saying it for
people
10
may
years.
welcome it at that point because everything is so expensive that they can just turn on anything and just play games.
This is awful though, because like
it is awful
because all the technology is going into these fucking data centers and we can't have anything, like.
I don't know.
Was it
I think
Bezos
gaming's
that
never
said
been
you're not going to
better.
own your computer? You're going to play from a server in an AI data center, and you're not going to own anything.
Unless you just cut the cord now and make local LLMs and do your own fucking AI,
Look,
that's where we are.
Everything changes, adapt.
Right.
I mean, gaming's never been better. Gaming has never looked better. I think we've turned a corner on graphics.
Yeah.
I said that. I've most recently played some of the best looking games I've ever played. I'm blown away by how they look, where graphics were very stagnant for a while. I think there's a new fun game to play every week. So I'm not doom and gloom about it. I think it's unfortunate for people that can't afford it, but there are still ways, I think, to get in there in an affordable way and just kind of be happy to keep this for longer. Like, John, how long ago did you build your PC? 8 years ago?
No, not that long.
5 years ago? I don't know. You didn't replace it every year. You didn't replace it every 2 years.
But
so,
I'd spent a lot.
it's.
I did not cut corners though, so.
Well, I didn't cut corners either. But
I got 5.
I didn't cut corners either. But the thing is, you'll end up saving over the long run. But I think that people just need to get comfortable with holding on to these devices longer, and that kind of like every couple of year replacement thing may not happen as much because things cost more.
I mean, the 3080 came out in 2020. So when did I get that 3080?
We got it immediately. So you're already 6 years old.
I don't know if I got
mine late. I got mine like 2
Did
years
I get it
after.
immediately?
Yeah, don't you remember? Like,
I remember
got
you guys
mine.
buying. Yeah, I
Yeah, we
remember
were
you guys
doing
going
the
online.
streams.
Like,
I fell asleep with an earbud in my ear, and I
Yeah.
I got the 2 I needed, and then I tried to tell you.
All right,
about,
so this
like,
computer's. I
Yeah.
think it's 5 years old. I mean, I could find out pretty quick, actually.
Yeah, I mean 5, 6, it doesn't matter, right? So your card is 6-year-old technology, and you're still running with it because of the other technology.
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotten better because of DLSS. I mean, that's
Exactly.
like
It's
honestly.
only going to get better if they roll it back. Like if they roll back frame generation to the 30 series, all of a sudden your frames double and triple. So these technologies people hate are going to carry your old shitty hardware to the future.
Right. So I'm looking at PC build photos. I built mine in 2022.
Okay, you were way later than me. Yeah.
I'm looking at the case on my kitchen table. The first time I turned it on with the LEDs. So I built it in 2022.
Old school says this is no different than 80s and 90s, the same thing. I mean, did we go through a time adapting to new technology, and was there a big shift? I mean, obviously, John, we lived it. I was around
like
the 90s.
When computers first came out, they were crazy unaffordable. But that's a different type of unaffordable.
I don't know.
Yeah, because that's big TVs were unaffordable, but now they're dime a dozen. You could buy one for $100.
I know. I paid $5,000 for a big screen TV once, and now you can go get an OLED for $1,000, right?
Yeah, I paid $3,000 for my TV.
Exactly.
But
like times
this
changed.
was an interesting fact someone brought up, saying the video game industry is bigger than the movie industry, and I knew it was bigger. I didn't know by how much. It's like gaining ground. Gaming's 180 to 200 billion annually, and the box office now is only 30 to 40 billion.
And
that
also,
is
it's an age thing.
Yeah, it's creeping up. Like movies are going down. They're lower quality. They're just kind of slop.
Only old people are going to the theater. Nobody under 30 is going to the theater. Well, you're over 30, right? You're almost elderly. You're elderly.
I only go for like horror movies and like the big.
I do want to see that Spielberg movie, but I'm not.
I heard it's terrible.
Is it good? I don't even know. I haven't looked at reviews.
I don't know.
Everyone's saying it's terrible, and
I'll
I
go
feel
for Dune
so
3.
bad about it. I want to. You're talking about Disclosure Day, right, John?
I am, yeah. And I want to see the new Cliff Booth movie. Cliff Booth movie with Brad Pitt.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 2, basically.
Yeah. No, that looks good. I think it looks great.
Yeah, I think that's it. But if you guys are out there dooming and glooming, don't worry about it. It's going to be fine.
Dooming and glooming.
Dooming and glooming. It's going to be fine. There's a lot of games. There's a lot of ways you can get in gaming. Okay. GTA is coming. Get your pre-order parties ready. I don't give a shit, but maybe you guys do. 2 days.
Okay, wait. Help me understand the pre-order party, please, because I don't understand it.
I saw it. Pre-order party. Let's get together. I saw it on X. There were people.
There's infinite digital
I think they're doing
copies.
it on Discord. I think they're doing it on Discord, like Ryan said. They're getting together. They're hunting. You're not going to run out of GTAs. Maybe they want what about the physical editions that are like?
Let me ask a question though.
Yeah.
So if I buy the digital version on day one, is there a window of time? Do I get some bonus things?
No,
Nobody
it's
knows.
probably just a pre-order bonus, a normal pre-order bonus, and you might get.
But is it that
access,
week or till the release date? The pre-order bonus. Why would I give them my money?
What are they going to do with all the money people
5 months before?
They buying crypto with it? What are they doing? They investing in Nvidia?
You're probably investing it. Yeah.
They're padding 401ks with it, guys. I don't know. Like you'll be able to get a GTA. Calm down. So we'll see what happens with that. With the pre-orders going live on the 25th. We're gonna get out of here now. If you want to find us during the week, come to videogameoutsiders.com. We have a Discord, giving away some keys from Loaded.com. We have the Elliot game we just talked about from Loaded, or you can pick it up there, save some money. It's always great to save money on Loaded.com. You definitely will over the year save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars if you're buying games every week. You can also support us. Hit the red button. You get weekly bonus shows, 21-year back catalog. You get VGO ad-free, and you keep the show ad-free. You support us. So thank you to those who have done that. You can also sign up for a year and get 5% off at videogameoutsiders.com.
That's right. All right, guys. Thanks for listening and subbing and all that shit. Video Game Outsiders out.
Love goes on. Everybody needs someone. It's not true what they say. If it doesn't work at first, then it never will. No, it never will. Some don't know it, some don't care. That don't last too long.